your currently video I post to you know. A person me say video no mamu na mutie audio no na afi yeto ankomo no so just a second so. Okay, me pamcho mama yentie video no why.
The greatest lie that Islam told the world is that it is a religion of peace. Far from it. If it is indeed a religion of peace, how come it has clerics like this man on your screen, who most times spew hate? As a matter of fact, 70% of most Islamic clerics do confine their adherents to believe that you must hate non-Muslims. I grew up mostly in Muslim communities where the buzzing of the loudspeaker wakes me up every morning with Allahu Akbar. And when you listen to most of the preaching, it's about Christians, non-Muslims, criticizing the Bible and telling their adherents. I recall one particular situation in Kaduna where some Christians were just singing and praising the Lord while just small walk praising the Lord. And the Imam and his Almajiris, the Imam stood one place. I was watching them. He was asking the Almajiris to pick stones and throw into the crowd. And before you know it, the stonings became intense and the crusade was discarded and everybody started running away. Let me tell you something. If you take the violence and the consequences away from Islam, 50% of its adherents will leave Islam today. A lot of people are still remaining in Islam because when they think about the consequences, they feel it's not worth the freedom and therefore they remain. Islam in Nigeria is one religion that I see its adherents tasking themselves to fight to protect. The religion itself does not fight for itself. Rather, its adherents fight to keep it. I thought that there is freedom to choice of religion. I thought religion is supposed to be a personal thing, a personal conviction. It's a belief, and therefore it's supposed to be a personal belief and conviction. Now, when people are not allowed to have a conviction in a religion, it leads to coercion. When people are not allowed to live a religion, it leads to enslavement or religious enslavement. Ask every radical Muslim, they will tell you that the price of living Islam is. So when you now say it is a religion of peace, where are if you say Islam, the religion of Islam is
Abusia, I hope say video ye mu bebrebe no ahwe. Na comment a me check a video no. Commenta e ba sia e free Muslims no ho no. Assemble ako no omoka. Em say me screenshot ma we say me hu na me mfa nto so na ye educate. Okay. One Yusuf. Okay. Mama nyani say mpamcho. Enti one Yusuf as a Muslim, okay? Oba video na se no comment obe make yene and me check it comment no post no comment no Muslim se ba se nyina e ya asem ba ko no mo ka. So and I want to educate them, okay? Muslims no 90% of these Muslims no they don't know what exactly the Quran is teaching on. The only thing that they know no is a recitation, and that's all. What you say? The only thing our munimono is just to recite the Quran, and that's all. Aside that, recitation our more reciting, they don't know what exactly our more recited. They will just teach them to chew and pour, and that's all. Okay, omunimo she was someone. So say in some be say ni cause na womotia. They think say what a person cannot a different thing altogether because womunte sansa that they haven't read the book themselves. They always hear their sheikhs and their imams reading and reciting and then explaining them to them. Okay, they don't know what exactly the book will not share. So some of them, we don't need to, blame them. When something like that will happen, we need to come out and educate them. We have to prove them from their own books for them to know, say, what the mindset they have or what they think Islam is. It's not what it is. But it is what those they think they see themselves as enemies of Islam. Ni obo kanu eno ne de Islam teaching. And in the comment in what say, no true Muslim will spew hate against anybody. They are correcting the misconception you people are peddling about the religion of Islam over the last century. That Islam is this, Islam is that. Muslims and Christians in Ghana, we coexist peacefully. Okay. So, Orona Sabo, what can I say? Any paneto to one wamo acte near onuni hunu say, Papa ye can one say one. Aye and crophobia, aye, ye no mono yen samua ye cano. And na ye wamo say, aye no kurasa sana Islam teaching na Islam no one chere yen time. Na Ghana na yetie no, a Christopher and Kremufo etiasum dream. Okay, this is what he was trying to say. And Adiabakoa, me pese, me kasa asemui. Emma, especially a Christopher na, woman so ba, a ye woman say, ye no mono yen sama ye kano, ye frefren tokwane debi. And yan tokwan will be a frefre. Ye why near me be a nina diachremo. She se o pesomo womo ye nkremofo atamfo ewo wiase a Christopher ene Jewfo sam krofo we mienu mo ye nkremofo atamfo kese ewo wiase ene me prove di akyerem. Okay, me prove no according to the hadith womo commissioni asema okan ye no me prove di akyerem. Mo ye womo tamfo kese di enti amoye womo tamfo kese pa ne se womo no se Muhammad ne baye no asemo okan ye ne say Jewfo ni nyame no eni a Christopher ni nyame no a wode akomhyefuo bi di kan baye no eye se nyame kro no ano ene de wonu Muhammad yaba. Okay, na oba say wo baba be kyerɛkyerɛ wo mo no kore kwan. Okay, so no kore kwan na wo be kyerɛkyerɛ no a Jewfo ni a Christopher na anye na ntomo no ema wonya otan ma wo mu tu ena asamba akonso o ma wo mo tan mo no se mo munni mu nyame no a wo mo nkremofo ne som no na aniema bi a ye nyame na chi wade na mo ye enti wansa mo munni mu nyame no ye na mo no a ye nya Christopher nya nkremofo ne de o mo se ye na mo ne de nim na ye nim enti so obehwe oman bi o mo bedoso wo so a wo mo benya tumi wo so no mo hya ase se wo mo dan wo mo suban dia suban no wo mo dan na di wo a Christopher so kane ansa no wo mo di akọ any other people because money nkrofo a wo mo ye wo mo target money nkrofo a wo mo hwehwe mo kira kwan money nkrofo a wo mo pese wo mo se e wo se nkremo som no edi wi ase so Sa somo ye Kristo somo na ne wo mu diri apere enu nti na wo mu ntumi medi ewiase so no enti momo yi omo tamfo kese se omo kopie oman bi mu da bia sa asem we ye kan we don't need to repeat ourselves every day omo kopie oman bi mu no omo do so a eno de wo ye Kristo ni ehunu yi se wo japade ani wo moja ebefiri wo nsa onte se wo beje nkremosom na tom omuduru baby na omo no so omo say Christopher na do so eno no omo can say we coexist with people in peace ye no omo te asomdwem se koduru say omo sha no omo ye kakra bia sanity that's omo be do so there there is nothing like coexist peacefully ebi ni ho okay now yan hwa asem womo se enkremosom no enkyere otan entete enkremofo emane ntan wo mo omu nye didiefo sa na wo mo no ka okay mama fa nwura kro anim na ye hwa ade yedi ka kokro anim okay yedi ka kokro anim me last one no me wi a na me de hadith no a me kire se mo ne wo mo target na me de ya kire wo okay nti yedi kan kai Quran no mama nwura se o pesomo wiase e kire otan pa e ma otan obi a wanye sumu ni nia e ye nkremosom we akyinye die bia ni ho die ntia wo mo hunu omo nyinnie no enkrofo omo nyinnie no wo mo ku omo ana omo yi omo bone na omo nwene ho ni nyina no e ye ngoma ne na kire wo mo okay yen hwade Surah Al-Maida, that is Surah 5. Okay, ayat number 51. Surah 5, ayat number 51. Surah 5, ayat number 51. Or say, oh, you who have believed, do not take the Jews and the Christians as allies. They are in fact allies of one another. And whoever is an ally to them among you, then indeed he is one of them. Indeed, Allah does not guide, Allah guide not the wrongdoing people. The last statement, it proves who the Jew and the Christians are. The last statement, it proves in the sight of Allah, who are the Jews and the Christians in the sight of Allah. And to say, omo amagye die no omo nhwe yie na wo manfa Kristofo ni Jewfo no yonko na san krofo ne yemkrofo a wo mo fa wo mo ho yonko enti sa wo ye kremoni na akofo wo mo yonko a wakoye se omo na ono ala de omo a omo ya debonyefo ho ban ana ontenetene omo ya debonyefo. So in other way, the Jews and the Christians are wrongdoing people. So if you are a believer and you take them as allies, you become one of them as a wrongdoing person. This is simple as ABCD. So you as a Jew or you as a Christian, in the sight of Allah and in the sight of the Muslims, what you are doing is against their Allah and you are doing wrong thing in the sight of Allah. Emu de hold them out here. The main reason why I more time on no. Allah na mo mate say mo ya debonyefo ye ka tenenefo amonka ho. Enti omo nhwe ye na wo manfo omo ho amomo. Omo ntwe na wo manfo mo yonko. Omo nhwe na wo manye futu amfiri mu ho. Enka nsesem enka ensam fatampo se kramoni ebeye Kristo ni adwuma. Enka ensam fata. Se wo ka se wo di Quran na chipa eni kwa se nka kramoni kura ye Kristo ni adwuma. Eni kwa se wo ye Jew ni adwuma mpona Jew ni ana Kristo ni amani sika mane de ato nsem. So osi se wo de ho bo sa nkrofo na you have been part of them, okay? And because you are one of them, you are now a wrongdoing person. What be ye de bonye ni wa Allah nim, which Allah so one tinitina de bonye for. Eye Quran ne ka se o enya me sankofa na meka entiti atwi no twi ne kwa meka wo se mo amade ade monhwe na manfa Judafo ne Kristofo no ayonko woye won ho yonkofo na mumu biara a obefa won yonko no oka won ho no kure se ala de onkyere aboneyefo kwan me pacha wate ase ala de onkyere aboneyefo kwan enti the Jews and the Christians no wo mo ye aboneyefo anasa meboa because I say what they will hook about more. What by your part of them? And when you become part of them, Allah is not going to guide you because what by your deboyeni. This is simple as ABCD. Now, say Islam somono en chere otanya. Me free Christophe Wabusiam. Ma ba betani kremoni. Me free abusuanim. Okay. Na me ye Christo ni yabusia for ye Christophe. And I mean sankofa me say mate Islam on chere nti me beje Islam somono tum. Na ma beje Islam somono tum na midi Islam somono chi. Na se Islam somono o ma me chere bi say se me to me mfa me ho mo me nuanom ana se nipekuo bi anu wo mo ye ma yonkofo no me to me mfa me ho mo wo mo me ntimi mfa ene wo mo nya yonko bio se me ni wo mo be ye yonko bie mo a me ma be ye de bonye ni aside se ma be kan la ila no still no me ni a Christopher ya de bonye fo no me ni a Christopher enante no me ye de bonye ni a e de na ala e kire me no enye otan bi no wodi wura me tirim e wo Christopher ni Jewfo no me pacha wate ase enye otan ena ala di wura me magina die no mitirim ewo me nuanom no a wo nya Christ wo nya nkramofo na wo dase Jewfo ne Kristofo no enye otan na ala di hye mitirim wo mo ho enti ochena ne mi hu wo mo a se na me hu wo mo afa. Tell me if I'm lying now. So sawuka se Islam somo no enkyerechire otan a what are you trying to say? What are you trying to prove? If we can find these ayahs from the Quran, we can find it within the Quran. We can find these ayahs within the Quran. Now we catch and say Islam someone enchere otanya and titini pa man in time Jew for near Christopher. Then you are lying. Debia mekasa asemo say enkremofono. Unim dia omohunu. Womohunu say omosomo no. Eye nimguase som. Wamo Quran no eye nimguase wamo komhwani no woye nimguase ni ena wo bunyame no eye nimguasefo enti sa enema mako fo gwese no wo kan ne kure bia wo ho a e wo se nkramofo ba betwa atrodi defende because wo soso no kure no awo kan so a egu wo manimu ase. Okay yento aso ye be kan ne kure de a kire mo. Okay, Surah 2, your friend says, Surah 2, Imada, Surah 5 for one, verse number 64, TSMB. Was it? And the Jew says, the hand of Allah is chained. Chained are their hands, and cursed are they for what they say. Rather, both his hands are extended. Okay, he spends whoever he was, and that which has been revealed to you from your Lord surely increase. Surely your Lord will and that which has been revealed to you from your Lord will surely increase many of them in transgression and disbelief, and we have cast among them animosity and hatred until the day of resurrection. Every time they kindly the fire of war against you, Allah extinguished it, and they strive throughout the land, causing corruption, and Allah does not like corrupters. Okay, enti now Allah say Jew for na kan asem bi me pa chew ma me nko kan twi no why me pese me kan asem wa anhwa ya be ka se sankofa okan brofo no wante ase we de enkremofo na dawroma ye wo twi enti twi no wose den wose de Yudafo ne kan say ya kyekere Allah ensa ana say Allah inye tema enso so ne say Allah inye tema okay wonsa kyekere wose wonsa kyekere na yadome wonsa nkyekere yeah wonsa nkyekere na yadome wo asem a wo kan ye ho dabi ne nsa mienu nyina mutre na se ala nsa mienu nyina no emutre ana se ala ye tema okay na oyi de ma sede ope komhwani edisem a efiri wura ala ho abawo ho no ama wonu mudodo no kosote etwea sane yiboni aye na yede otan ne ehin ato wo ntem dikosi atemuada ebere a wobeso okon huja anono na ala adum no okay wobo nsembone ho modembo pa wo asase so na ala de ompe nsemmone difuo no asem okay ensema yebubo su nyina no ni nyina ne say eye otan ala ewo de magiufuo no ena wo kan nsem bi di ahye Muhammad yadwenem e kire Muhammad say Jiufuo ne Kristofuo no edidi wono ala atem se wono ala ne nsam yenu no yedi twen yagu ne nsa enti wontumi nyehwe ena ala se eye wo mumbo no na twen da wo nsa ene wono ala ne de ne nsam yenu nyina no emu abai yemfanto owie na wodumi Jiufuo no wadumi wo mo se asema wo makanti wono ala na dumi wo mo owie no wo se wodumi wo mo no wo wie no wo wie o wosa de tan asa to wo mo ntem enti ala no dumi Jiufuo no wie no en wosa de otan ene ehiye eto sa nkrofo no ntem se de be ya omo betan wo mo ho esra mo nkyere otan nanso ala etumi boaboa dombia no klemi se eyo no enama wo mo komhwani wo wie ya no wosa de tan asa to nkrofo no ntem se montan mo ho enti sansem wo ya ala abubo so nyina no edi adwen no wodi hye Jiufuo ni tirim wo kan asem ni kosi awie ya wo se sisu biem se ompe nsemboni difuo no asem wo se Jiufuo ni ya nkrofo bia nsemboni nko an wo mudi ni wasase so ala wompe nsemboni difuo asem enti sa okenkai 51 no sura 5 ayat number 51 no wo se wa wodo ho bebo Jiufuo ni Kristofuo no wonu wa ma beye baako enti se nipa no wonso obeka de bonyefo ho because Allah won guide de bonyefo enti Allah a classify the Jews and the Christians and say wo mo ya de bonyefo enti mfa wo mo wo mo enti bibisa se nyame we se no ne dom na wo benya wo mo di na chie no wo mo hunu Jewfo ne Kristofo no a se na wo mo behu wo mo se na wo mo bebu wo mo se na wo mo befa wo mafa. It is a question for you. Se na wo mo befa wo mafa omo mfa wo mo nya hwe because edin kai Allah na che Allah na mo mate ase se wo mo didi wo no Allah tem. Imagine se me ma bedi nyame bi adie na nyame na magina die no wudidi nyame na tem se de sankofa ye ne da bia no mi hu ametan se de nkramofo hu mi omo tan me no saa na tie enti Jewfo ne Kristofo de mo kura de se munni mo de nam kwa so ba mu Jewfo ne Kristofo munni mo de nam kwa so ba mo so munni mo de nam kwa so ba mo so se munni mo de nam kwa so ba mo so a kama sheda de eche enka mu se yesi monya yenya mosque baako e wo kura mutimu mu a kamo beye de mu betumi bia se mosque no enka ye be close mosque no wo kuro nim munni mu ne efiri soroba yento ankomo nso yenko kuro ansura 8 ayat number 59 to 60 yenti asem bi or say, and let not those who disbelieve think they will escape. Indeed, they will not cause failure to Allah. Okay? So those who disbelieve, omo nyini no, mamen kai twi na. Wo se emma wona wonyi Allah wonyi Allah asem no ho. Wonyi Allah asem, wonyi wona woyi Allah asem no ho boni aye. Okay? Emma wona woyi Allah asem no ho boni aye no adwene enye won se wo betumi assign won ho no kore se won tumi mma Allah enhyehyede enye kwa enti Allah ahyehyɛ bibi okay enti Quran ne say omo nye Allah asem ni ntumo no memma omadene nye omo se Allah anhyehyɛde a wahyehyɛ na ebeye kwa dabi enti dia na Allah ahyehyɛ yenhwɛ verse number 69 na hwɛ dia Allah ahyehyɛ okay verse number 60 verse number 60 enti dia na Allah ahyehyɛ was it and prepare against them whatever you are able of power and steed of war by which you may terrify the enemy of Allah and your enemy and others beside them whom you do not know but whom Allah knows, and whatever you spend in the cause of Allah will be fully repaid to you and you will not be wronged. Enti Allah ahyehyɛde a wahyehyɛ ne sɛ munsiesie akode emfanto ho masa nkrofo yi omo ayi omo se ala nsem omo de bae no omo bu omo ni aguso ayi omo se omo nhuni omo bu omo ni aguso ayi omo se enye hwe ma omo bu omo ni aguso ayi omo se ala asem a oka no so omo ni mfaso bia ni so meda se me ho ye lili meda se pa emfaso bia no sa nkrofo no de amonyama minie enhyehyede no a mahyehyede asie no omuntimi nyan they can never escape about it no enie monhyehyɛ akode bi mfansi wo masa nkrofo wi monye saade ne mfama me good evening wo hene ba akode no monfansi asie masa nkrofo wi okay ento ase monfa aponko a yede kɔ okon ne atuo ne akode ahodo biara a mahoɔde betumi enye ahoboa ntwen won okay mfa mo ala atamfo ni mo atamfo no ne won a woka won ho no munim won ala na onim won bebiara a mubeyi osi bibiara a mubeyi de ama wo ala kwanso no ye betua mo pepepe ama mo na yensisi mo okay enti Allah si wo munsiesie akode na wo munsiesie ne me be kire otama akode na wo munsiesie no mo de be ye adwuma. So if you are a Jew or a Christian, prepare yourself because akon da mo nkremofo anim akon eda mo nkremofo anim enu nti na ba bi omo be hia mo omo be doso ho bia no omo hwe se akon na da mo ni wo mo anim no omo be ma na happen. Because se womo nkumu a ewiase ne nsei asem womo commission na ka kyerom se womo nkumu a ewiase ne nsei onti se womo be kumu ayi mu nyina mo fra asase so na ewiase ne nsei da. So omo no they are in hell se womo be ko heaven akodi 72 ema 72 akono mo sa akɔwe akokɔ na makodi dia mo ho ato womo ala nso so say dwumadie na wode ahye omo nsa ne se womo nkumu Jewfo ne Kristofo yese wiase ne nse se womo nkumu Jewfo ne Kristofo yese wiase ne nse ofi so mbetena se baabi ombetumu bia no a ombedoso bia no omo fi se sa atam ye betumi de yetumi aye adwuma e wo so omo kumo fa sa asem no hye mo adwenem me se me sankofa. I am here to tell you what is ahead of Ghanaians. Okay, what is ahead of Ghanaians na debia me ba me beka kire mo because money Islam for no mudi asie wo manim nkremo somo no mo no mudi asie wo manim. So I have to tell you what is ahead of you. ne duru ho no mo a bia satam sankofa na mekọ because asasi so no ye bejai ye by say ye di bibia soma ye obia wonu dwumadi a wo be die wo mre so a wo bekọ ye mre be so ye bekọ bia satam a ye mre be so na ye bekọ no kire yi no na ye nsemu a ye kan no ebe ya di hiade de amamo that say ye ma ya sumu da ho na ye ma ye ni da ho na ye si ye besia no kwan de a ene nsem a mebubo so yi no enye adwuma wo man Ghana mu but say ye bu ye ni guso a ebe ye adwuma e wo man Ghana mu because o man Ghana enche Nigeria de ekoso no Ghana ni Nigeria Ghana enche Nigeria ene Nigeria nso enche Ghana de ekoso Nigeria no ebetimi asi wo Ghana but man shawa dwene say they coexist in peace with you Ghanaians because omoye minority, they have to abide by the rules and the regulations of the country. And they have to be, you know, what's a womoye, wolf our share and your friend say, odwan ngomemu. Ti say na omo ho no. Di odwan ngoma kata omo beto omo inside no omo ye sakanaman. Muslims. Womo de odwan ngoma dra womo enti they are always humble. Omo beto a na ye de yentisa na nsem omo kan nyina anim Quran entreche hit enya sa na Quran entreche mo nsem omo kan maboa enso ne ye ko tu Quran. Womo de odwan ngoma hye womo but tell be so omo be wuro sa jaka na hye womo a eye odwan ngoma no a wo be hunu womo ho se womo ye sakraman na sa atam no eno womo ba so womo fi womo sese ya no womo we. Me say, I am telling Ghanaians what is ahead of them. Thank you. Yento aso. Aya we say no, metre time will be happy. Aya we say no. Metre time will be happy. Okay. Enti nya botre. Yento ai Quran verses no so ye wi a ye be hade. Yenko. Okay. This is Quran Surah 9, ayat number 23. Quran Surah 9, ayat number 23. What does it say? It says, oh, you who have believed, do not take your fathers, or your brothers as allies if they have preferred disbelief over believing. Over belief. This way you pure hate. Catch me, Sameboa. The Quran doesn't teach us hate. Where from this ayah? If your brothers, your fathers, okay, oh, you who have believed, do not take your fathers or brothers as allies if they have preferred disbelief over belief. And whoever does so among you, then it is those who are wrongdoers. Kine se mu amade die se mojanom ne mu nuanom do kafir boni aye chen agidi a monhwa na manfa won yonko momunia odane ne ho ma won no saa enkrofo no ne aboni o se de boniyefo no enti Islam no a entichi hate no Islam no a emfa otan enwura nipa mu ewo nipa atwa ne ho ahia ne mo no Islam no a emma wonya otan bi ma enkrofo atwa ho ahia no na aka kire wo se wo wajanom ene wo nuanom sa enkrofo we na wo moye wo busua na wo firi mu no wonu wo nyina afiri ma mekoro wonu wo nyina afiri papa koro wo nuanom wajanom omo wo no sa enkrofo we no se wo mo se wo mo nyenkremo so woni ntum na omo de so mfoforo no omo bedi akira memfa wo mo yonko emfa wo ho mo wo mo de bi se wo fa sa nkrofo wo yonko a wo ye diboniye ni enti mi bisa wo se sa asem we no ala e de hye wo a wo bedi nkremosum na tum no a wo firi e Christopher wo busunyam no se e de ben na ala de dua wo mu afa wo nuanom Edia be na la edi dua wo mu edi afa wo papa no mo ho edia be na la edi dua wo mu edi afa wo nuanom ho Catch me. Media ya sembisa na mebisa o. Eye mo na mo say Esra mo somo no enkyere manipa enten wona wotwe onwo hia. Enkyere mo nkremofo ma mo ntan. Nanso yenim say ni nyina na eye atoro. Se mo ba abonten na mo be defend Esra mo. Na mo ntwan tora mo ntumi defend. Being an honest person, no, you can never be a Muslim. So Muslims in our way are dishonest people. I'm telling you the fact. They are all dishonest people. Why? Because they can never be honest. To tell you, say, they are actually one woman in sanity. On the Baba catcher say, Chance mo ya walking canning, a yetam we see an ayan tokabere, oboa. Ayan tokabere, oboa, a year duma. Sasem when I'm a kind of war. Quran Surah your friend say. Surah 8 ayat number 16 no. Ayan commission da ho. Misi mi wi amekan commission e de akire. Eya ade a wo mo commission ni na kan de akire obo hadith ne da ho mi wi amekan kan de akire. So they are always de bia na wo mo ho no ma bobo mo twen mo Jewfo ne Christopher say. E wasi wo mo kum ansa na wi ase na say. Ajen kwa ba me da ase. Me pa cha what de be kire ase. Enti eya nkyire we na yede ma wo mo. Yadi feedi wo madene yadi chirechire wo mo weni ade e wo ngomanim obi a waye muslim de bia obeba be kana kredi a kire obi a waye muslim de bia ne be kana kredi a kire say my brother asem a wo kana ye no kore ye koma karanta enchirechire wo de ma ye no but because of say omo ye dishonest people na omuntumi unveil omo somo no eniema bia how omuntumi unveil no wa abontin because o wonim say unveiling it will cause them into trouble ebe mo omo trouble edom beto amaniem edom beto ohaw mu de na busua bepono de ye betumi yakunu ye bekuno ne na busua betan no grandpa me mo akwaba de na busua betan no why because a somono yente somoneto yente a somono yente neto enti ya memma wo mo nka bi da say islam somono enkyere otan esumatimi kato say wo ma wajanom ene your friend say wajanom ene wunuanom say wo mo ye nkrofo bi a wo mo nigye anye ho dan se wo mo begye adidi a ene esa nkrofo no memfa ho mo mfa mo yonko ede e be adwene apo na yedi hwe wutirim sa nkrofo we ti asem ala ka fa wo no die ntia wo mo hunu omo ye disbelievers no as inferior no aya na wo ho me be kan dia kire okay enti wono se ne papa eni ni anom no a wo mo no omo prefer anye no dan didie no wo eni nye nkramo som no ho no ala na ma wo mate asese onfo omo yonko owi akura no wasa aka ne wokro anim se sa nkrofo no wo mo emfaso bi ani wo mo so abodie nyina mo no wo mo na enye abodie wo wiase nyina no wo mo na ya abodie a enye enti wo no wunyi nkramo som ni mie no enkramofo no hu se wo ye inferior in front of them. So whenever oh ma eya ne kura pa me nua me hu se obi wo wo su but that is what it is huh? That is what it is se wo di somo achi na somo no timi ma wo sa antete we ya ema wo hunu obi a wanye wo somo ni nie se nipa no even sorry to say ya ni mo wa mposo wo mfaso o che no a se nipa no wo kunu a wo bedwene ho ana Ibrahim, there is something wrong. Oh. There is something wrong in the religion called Islam. The faith in the Kutamono is absolutely wrong. That is the fact. The teachings of the Quran, no, Emma. Say, okay, say, obey. Whatever the Quran is saying now, me can the credit at your obey than a monster. Unam say, disbelievers and obey chill marry. Yɛhwɛ asɛm bi wɔ Surah 7 ayat number 179. Enti Allah ninyo. Was say, and we have certainly created for hell many of jinn and mankind. They have heart, they have heart with which they do not understand. They have ears with which they do not see, and they have ears with which they do not hear. Those are like livestock. Rather, they are more astray. It is they who are the heedless. So ono Allah no and our boss nkrofo sa many of jinns and mankind. Many of jinns and mankind. You know Allah krono na abo wo mo sa. Se omo beye disbelieving. Kopim so omo di beko wu because wo pirim wo maso, wo pirim wo makoma, wo frɛ wo mani, wo sisi wo maso. Wo ka den wo muntumi nte enya de se wo ka bibia wo bete ase sa nkrofo no wo ma yete se mmoa wo ma yete se ayemmoa. Some ayah will tell you say wo mo ye the worst of the creatures abodie nyina wo mo na enye abodie nyina wo mo na enye. Oh okay wo mo yusu aye de dia ohene ba omo block ya omo pon ya TikTok we ye nyina nim say omo ye adwuma de man krofo we bi o kora me ye program bo nsem wo sa na program na ende dodo na ye TikTok na endi program no what you say program na course wo na wo nse program na endi TikTok wo na no ma endi program no ya nyansa bia ni endi na ombe endi nim yenim se wo mu ye adwuma enti ye yensam no ye kan yenim se ha wo mo bete no kora ye ba akopɛ ye be kan no kora bia kire nipa enti sa wo maame wo nua no wo papa no wo nua no mo no a wo Allah ne say wo mo prefer disbelieving other than believer and for mo yonko no sa nkrofo ko no na Allah no ase group wo mo ha say wono no wo sheda no wo bo sa nkrofo no sa wo sisi wo maso afrefre mo ni aprim wo makoma wo mo ntume nti asem na se wo ma yete sa ayemmo no hwa asem a Quran e kafa wo papa wanye sumu ni nie ho o maame ana wu nua bi a wanye sumu ni nie no ti asem a Quran e kafa no okay ka Quran surah 98 ayat number 6 obeka church they are the words of the creations abodie nyina abodie a enye wo wiase nyina eye omo nye ala ani. Can you imagine? Let's say wo Allah de wa compare aboa na Allah kan wo Quran nim say wode ntokwa konkora sa ke e de akankremofo gidie hu ama wo mo ntokwa kon wode akan wo mo gidie hu de ama wo mo ento mo make sure say ntokwa kon na wode aka wo mo ho no wo mo de be ye adwuma mo nkokon na mo kun ye kum a eye mfaso de mamo ana mo kum suso a eye mfaso de mamo enti kremoni ntokwa kon eye the target and omo ma target mo no eye mo Christopher ni nkremofo Christopher ni Jewfo ye hwa ade hakora no wo Jewfo nko where Said Muslim Said Buhari number 29-26 was it narrated Abu Huraira Allah's messenger said the hour will not be established until you fight with the Jews, and the stone behind which a Jew will be hiding will say, oh Muslim, there is a Jew hiding behind me, so unalive him. The hour will not come, the last hour. That is a we are saying Emma kopim se mo kopim se your friends and kremofo no any Jew for ne beko okay any Jew for ne beko ama ntokokon ni mo no ebo kura na omo beko akosie akire no ebo ni beyi Jew for na ma say hey momra o ala nkrofo no momra na Jew ni bi hyemakiri ase momra meyi ni na munkoku no enti Quran Surah 8 ayat number 6 na oka say womun siesie akode no akode na womun siesie no tama woso mo de akode no ye adwuma no enie because ewiase ne say na beba according to the hadith no yenkum a ewiase ne say yemma yenkum a ewiase say na emma menim say ala no oba wontimi muaten no enyi jiwfo ne nkramofo no wontimi differentiate obo I don't know say ebia wo pese wo twen na kremofo ni kum jiwfo ni ne kristofo ni wie ansa na wabebu waba be se wiase na onyane wo mofra wufo ma wo hunu say jiwfo na me nyane wo mo no me di wo mu kogu ha omo tiase ni nyina ye nkremofo ntimi di wo mo kogu ha I don't know say sa na ala pese wo hunu dia enti mo kom hweni ne say until say the hour will come no this say ala hunu say mokum jiwfo no amono wo makun okum wo mo eni mu kun omokora no eye ebo okora de jiw ni be kwa kodwane akoshe bu obi achiame ebo na temu afre mu enkremofo nse momra jiw ni bi kwase ampanyin bi sha momete na mu nkuno emfaso obi ya ni so won asebo a eda hofa momo eno ntina me kansere me sa kansi so biem eno ntina baabi omo ni mu behia bia no peace die munya bi baabi omo ni mu behia omo be doso no munya peace da yento aso another hadith from Sahih Muslim gave ta medasi ajen kwaba medasi another hadith from Sahih Muslim any Sahih Muslim number 2922 Abu Huraira reported Allah's messenger as saying the last hour will not come unless the Muslims will fight against the Jews and the Muslims will unalive them until the Jew will hide themselves behind a stone or a tree. And a stone or a tree will say, Muslims or the servant of Allah, there is a Jew behind me, come and unalive him. But the tree, that is God, will not say, for it is the tree of the Jews. So where you establish fact establish no. So moya or more target number one mo according to the Quran Allah say woni yere no wonyaba Allah wo say woni partner enti partner no betimi abasa eyempena sky bedase e betimi abasa eyempena Allah say woni girlfriend na wonyaba ena mu Jewfo ni Christofo no mo say Allah woba according to the Quran surah 9 ayat number 30 mo say Allah woba enti sa semo ya maka kora na ye chiwade kase kora de ma Allah en wasade awura nkramofo ni tirimu say Jewfo ni Christofo no eye wono Allah ne tamfo ena woye mo nso matamfo enti Allah a build otan no gradually process na abaye kakraka wo nkremofo ni mu enti se de mekan no wo mu hia mo a na se mo na mo do so a they will do whatever they can to humble themselves for you guys o metimi aba ma asore dem kura na ma besom it doesn't matter enye bone ya friend say nansan ya wo mu gu wo mo sale wo mu di wo mo sale ya iteri ha say o mo kosere one of the omo cities neighbor ko mo kosere iteri fo no mo ma o ma sorry compound because omo dos omo mos omo ya sorry wo mo no o ma nkom no omo di asore compound ma wo mo no omo wura ho no a wo mo di Jesus statue adequate wo ma sorry da animo no omo ko no omo ko fa ntomango no omo de kata Jesus statue no so. Where can it happen on the surface of this earth? Cheme country ba kwa sadie we betimi asi say e Christopher betimi akonkremofo chen say monfa bo mose maye na yenkoye asori wo ma na yenkoye festival it can never happen. And to me see enti means yo enti means da bibiara da say a Christopher obeko even in Ghana no amosi wo ne mo ti peace no omosi wo ne mo ti asundwe mo pa one day Christopher bi mo abo mo no say yenko Central Mosque ana any mosque around you say ye pese ye koya asori wo mosque mu hwede enka besie kasada nke jana nke betokro nim that omono a sense that they feed themselves say woman na the best of the creations was as is according to Manchester ayah. No, that is Surah 98 ayat number 7. Yeah, Surah 98:7. Woman na the best of creations. And Surah 98 ayat number 6. Disbelievers are the worst of the creators. Okay, the creators no. Yeah, disbelievers in the year was and our woman a best. Okay, until they feed themselves say they always want to be up. They always want to be on top of the disbelievers. Whatever they will request from the disbelievers, you know, they are expecting that the disbelievers will allow them to do it. But you as a disbeliever of Allah, no, kone request be free or me say, mo pa a Christopher mo Ghana, mon try say, mo conquer mo for no mako catch say, o mon for ma sorry dime mamo nya sorry, o mon for o mon mosque mamo. Mamo nko wura mo nko ya sorry say be happen and to me happen. Then so over around the Europeanum say ya, omo kosere wo ma sorry dan. Ekoye eye friends sala wo mu da bia. Omo compound omo koye sala wo mu da bia. They give it to them because they know say wo somono wo na wo se wo dia wo somono no fane som eya somdwe wo dia wo pene no yenso ya dia ye penie but Muslim se no nya sa na omote o wo no wo ya aboa kora ma wo mo enti mon fa sa de ne nhema adwenem Jewfo ne Christopher no enkremofo ne mo won tokwa enti dia mo hunu se ekoso around the globe no eye ne Quran na de hadith na ka wo mo komshani Muhammad ne komsha wa hyede ato hono no e wo se wo bukumu ansa na wiase na sei na wa imagine se e ma 72 mama akoma 72 virgins ma akoma 72 na eteme wo hwe omo descriptions in the Quran utimi se ma ne beye de wo mo niama dabadaba wo mo nufu akese wo mo say transparent ma wo mo beye de na ye twan kopem se emre be so ma yen ya kwa fa sa ma wo ya ye be me ensanom ye be nya honi anom ye be di fruit ye be wi akokonam ye be sa ma ye ma asawe wo mo a be ma ba ku bia no ne be ma be gina so da pem enyo enidie kese we imagine say enidie kese we enti mujufo ne Christopher nti ma ye nkoje ana se kum ne ye be kum se ekum no ne esi ye nkum na etumi ama ye sa akonye na me etumi akọ heaven wa akọ enjoy yourself ye be kum. This is simple as ABCD. Yes, they are in a hurry. Keprat, they are in a hurry. They want to go and enjoy themselves over there. And you mon Jew for near Christopher so no ma you see akwan de ama wo. E de no ombekum. That's it. Me ko panel so me that's it. I mean ko panel so na me ko fa me hunu poku Samson bi wa. Bema poku.
Eja
Boko de.
na go pado na so
Ya mo akwa.
What if I tell you from have you Arab country from
That's from what.
not the American say oh ya wo na aye no kure tururu me na me doubt niam bi ka on say me send video bi and so hwe ya
Yeah,
send video just me believe it and it's our own same ya wo saka na nyumre no ho adwumi na me de compare ha no so me hu say no kure because so we Christian a adwuma e wo ni kuiti ame wo adwuma e wo no unye kremoni a like yem value yem fa wonya de enya hwe So, but so no one will go in Cremo. Remember, Ghana, yeah, your former back on some any 5 in Cremo 4 3. Now, can say Christopher, not penny back. And I
Framana no de no yansha dante o kasa ni kura.
Ye, what a menka, what's it?
Yete on kabet ya na Framano e ma yentini ye.
Oh. And that the American say, yeah, nipa 4 and your world humanum. And your former back on sa. Former ni Egypt ni or Arab ni or in Cremoni. Na Mengwana me Christo ni wom. Call my name Pemasem. Because of first day whom me and Obusam say, your friend is saying. And I'm say a friend Samson. One carry and Obusa guys na come hono. Obo we see a friend Isa was good. No afraid we no we good was good. We free just say me a kaze Christo ni ne de. Me nipa. What I say? Me nipa. Enti no nya me nim nukure ni. Se me am tena se na me hwe omosom na bro asumdwe nim. Asumdwe enim ketekete. Na no na friend say Israel ne Iran ntokwai. Guy bi was a friend say Iran leader eba. Na asem akwa ne ka no nyame anim ni. He de wo kan enche saa de no ebepie. Enkramofo no be sha ase atọ Christofo no so were. A mass no matter how it is. Ebebam enche na eboboba. The when na the owaso no onim anaso obehu baby ampempenso a ebi asena den adu enti sie sum nyame dia ene yemfiri yakoma mu ne yansum yie na ya tamfofo no omodoso omabo omo ano a omo twan yen serious omabo omo ano because last na the man kase bi no ka o say akakra ewiase nyina ba bia demofo edai ewo ho baby enti akakakra o mba giwiase ni nyina edai aboso so enti se nke se bisa ho se saa de ne saase a ye Christofo no o mbebu ye se ye de enka ho so wonye Kristoni a wonye nipa wo ya mo frɛ bi se wo ye kafiri na se wonye papa wo ho nye de ente nke si de na omo de omo kum abo a ye de be betie de kum abo a omo de omo nwe bisa ho se de ntia omo kwa na age enam kum ho visa ana se omo age ho certificate a omo de ye de ekum nam
ya da so
Nyamisha no adwuma pa. E ma ka ho ai.
Yo. And the other guest is 0000 me pato eti. No mountain can settle. Me pato oti enka.
Did you see that? Oh? The snow is definitely melting.
No way! You're right!
Pem kwasi asembia wate. Pem kwasi asembia. Yaro.
Yes.
Brikeche.
Udi hadith abase your friend is saying hadith will say the last days will not end unless the Muslims have fight against the Jews. Who can end with Christians for account? Me pato in history of Iriasuno, are there Jews no? Ya omuku amount for muku nkola no. Ya na say no.
In history of what?
In history of the world no. Number one.
Omukum Quran in the name of God ana.
In the name of them.
Omukum Quran in the name of God ana.
I will say uku obi in the name of God and sana eche we boni ana say we boni.
Uni mu de ntia enkremosom no. Da bia ye ni abra ye kan ho asem.
Me ba me bisa wasem. I will say uku obi in the name of God and sana we boni ana say dem.
Dabi.
And I maybe so say ade a omo ye no eye ana say enye.
Omo ye no wo hen.
Oh. asa me bisa enti wonni me be omo ye
Which me omo ye no he.
omo ye no Jordan
Mhm.
omo ye Palestine omo de ani omo ye omo ye no Syria Middle East omo ye obobe ya enti ye
Ena me kan say obi ko na wapere wono na sase a eye wono na se me sankofa metie me.
why na be why asase
Okay. Okay. Say omo nanim botaye ntie omo ko.
me ba usi why na be obi asase
Yaro. Say obi ko e wo na sase ho. Ana obi ko no ntokwa no wo na botaye a wo de
asase ben
yaro. Tie me ansa na me de ma wansa na wo kwahye fufuro bi a wo bisa me.
mate
Okay. Te obi ko wo na asase ho. Ana obi ko e wo botaye bi nti a enyama asem. Okay. Na mo no se wo ka kire me se entokwa bi a ye ko no. Ye ko sa ntokwa no e wo nyankopon dinim na ntokwa no ye ntokwa ye ni wiase nyina na e ko a. Me ka wiase nyina ho. Me ntena se man ntokwa no mapie me so ansa na maka ho asem o. Syria fo ntokwa o mo ko me san kofa nyama asem. Iran fo ntokwa o mo ko me san kofa nyama asem.
ba Israel ntokwa omo si nyankopon si omo no omo ye choosing people no enti no mo ko enti eye
Baby omo ku omo ntokwa no enyam asem o. Me die nti a
me ba hadisa wudi bae no one for the Jews
why for now is a question way
Debbie. Oh, Sankofa. No, why for the Jews? Can't Jews or one for?
ya ka Jew for nya na your friends Israel for.
Enti, why mono just akunkungo musu, omo chosen people no.
The asemo hadith de kan ye ne say. Until say we are saying be say no. This say mon kremofo, mo kunkun Jew for no.
Debbie one case omo kunkun Jews.
Kaya na that's one.
Me o Debbie who can over can say na this ni e kan ye na me sisa wa no.
Enti se ade no enye ekunkum a wo se wone wo mo ko a mo no mo be ko akopem se your friend say a Jew ni bi be ko akodwane akɔhye buo bi achi na buo na friend say Jew ni shahabra be chi ni kuno so enye kunkum na ye den
Samu ku ntokwa ye ku obi anku ne ho
obi aku ne ho
ena mi bisa o say Adis ni si Jews anase esi wan mu
Jew for
ena wan mu no omo ku nkola anyway Jordan Palestine wan mu no omo ye sadie no
asemo a me ka no
Sankofa ode sankofa meba ode meba sankofa meba ode mami face yaro
mami just a second mami answer we na me nyare ma se Jew for be kwa ku even your friends say America for kora na me sankofa no meti wona mfa me hu me ni America for ni we me ya ba ni
enfa hu adenti na wudi meba o enfa adenti na wudi
what did you make at all maintenance Emma Sanchez we Emma metomo emeto
meba
wo Ghana for trim na
enfa hu meba
say money a Christopher what ya sundie munti no o ma yedi no o mo hwe mo onte say
enfa meba sankofa chain
kunkum wo say de mu kunkum wo Nigeria no na bu so ya Christopher
chain enfa hu no adenti na wudi ade a ka wo Jew for no e compare obi different
yaro sankofa de meba
yaro Christopher wo bia no mo nkramofo mu kun wo mo
maybe Haifa.
Who consider Christopher the Jew for good one scale? According to Quran Surah 9, ayat number Quran Surah 9, ayat number 30. What the Christopher the Jew for
I didn't know who had no Bahamum. Who see Adis will see
yaro sankofa de meba sankofa meba yaro
Eka Jew for us Udima Christians.
Yaro mpacho Israel ne Pharisee antokwa no unum kwan fa so ya hyase mpacho unim ana
me pacho una unim ka kire no
there be o maybe say because o ka say because obi antena ne ho meba Israel for America for munye Jew for mebo
who dey kasa meeting
UK for munye Jew for Spain for nye Jew for ye okro bebre wo ho bisa say adentina Israel for attack sa eba ne sen na sa ntokwa no astart wo Middle East adentina ntokwa no wo ho but Israel for want to bomb mba Africa omo to bomb nko Slovakia omo to bomb nko Russia adentina ho no eye between Gaza ne sa eye den adentina ntokwa ne bae Yaro
Ucho to na bisa wasemi. Untimi be bisa masema
Yaro mi bisa wasem
Debi ka ade a na
me bisa te o say te Yaro
abrante
o say Israel for no kunkum nkola ne we Jordan na me say eba ne se na ntokwa ne sha ase eba ne sen
omo person omo ji obi man
omo Israel for person ji obi man sen
na dabe na efomu Israel
aha tobo Yaro nto purchase Israel for to na omo so mpese omo je amanfo man na ade nto omo je amanfo man Africa omo ade nto omo nto bomb ni mba ha
oh me ba ade tina asema ubisa mo logic ben ewu usi ube ma logic answer me bisa o simple usi
wa enya aha me bisa say o say to nyabotre wa na o ka say o si Israel for kunkum nyabotre mi say ka Jesus Jew for asem ne ka o si Israel for kunkum nkola ni we o Jordan ni na me say eba ne say na ntokwa ne baaye because o mo ntro mo baby na o say
na o so bisa mo kwesi usi unim kai
eba ne say to boa Israel for tom baby eba ne say na okwaje obi man
Israel ti ni nfa
okay me tell say omo kwaje o man ne sesen eye omo dia me tell say ntokwa
history.
Okay, my history no. Okay, my history no.
Israel is not a country. Israel is a tribe. And that's a man who can also much more baby. Israel is not a country. Israel is a tribe. Okay. Sankofa. Me no can me so say we dey this am. Grandpa buy no so person o me den. O person o tete mu. Enti wo a wonim na wo so.
Debi man kasa me chirechire mu. Debi. So my history ne.
Yaro, who busam the same question, Meboa?
Me bisa o say. The
same question, maybe among you. What would you history the anti or more kono? Catch them
history. And I make catch or see. Me see, grandpa, me see. Israel is not a nation. Israel is a tribe.
Okay, you take history no. Israel
is a tribe. Daben created the country of Israel. 1920 now there was no country called Israel.
And Israel be pie Quran.
Nyabotiro.
And Israel ba.
Bani Israel. Sankofa. And America say Israel a tribe. You can the tribe. Bani Israel the people.
Okay. Matthias say, oh, meba Yaro. Omo ya tribe. Also omo ya tribe. Omo ya tribe baako ana say omo ya tribe bebre omo ya tribe baako
Allah
oh ka history na ye
can say tribe ba say you can say tribe me patcho Asante for mo tribe
okay Asante for your tribe
enti tribe no who say abesha me say Asante for we see Israel for Israel
okay mate inti Israel for inti
Asante for uremu
Asante for no
yawo
tribes and those
yawo your differences yawo epiapem wo ho wo mo ya Ashantes okay wo mo ya Akanfo yawo bonfo wo mo ya Akanfo even Fantefo ko wo mo ya Akanfo why
Sankofa
Israel for no mo do I say me pa cha
me Yaro history no ma
enya Israel enya me bisa o say me ba Sankofa di Addis Ababa enti wusu Addis rasa na me ba ko see
Yaro oh my history o say Jew for
grandpa me jani
Jew for no unkuku now so my history my history ne
o ba no o catch me o catch Sankofa say onye di na onye
my history ne simple o so mu
history
man history no Yaro
me man history ben
history ni asana all can happen.
And make us say Israel is not a nation, it's a tribe. So can say
okay, Mate. Nti okay, Martin, if it's a tribe, and tribe na to no omunkunku amanfo ada on person mo gia asase. Yaro, Matthias, also me a tribe. Fine. Unto me a tribe, and Ebani send omunkunku amanfo. Ebani send omunkunku amanfo.
Share me ba. Say,
me too.
So ube ka sema. Membe ka asem with emotion. I said, me buy no. Sanko for the idea.
Menka emotion. O say, o me a tribe. Na me say, oh my history no wie.
China menka say, sanko for the idea saba. And all ka say, adis ni see Muslim for no. Omunkum Jews oni Christo for.
Jew for no. Me say na say Jew for no kumkum.
Adis ni say, enya me na make say.
And na make o see Jew adis ni say omunkum Jew for ni Christo for. And I make catch sanko for say
oboa. O say Jew for no kumkum. Jordan ne hwan.
O see adis ni say Jew for Arab for enkumkum Jew for ni Christo for. And I make catch say oboa. Adis no e ka Jew.
Ono tobo ono sankofa na ebo na say e hadith na ebo.
Sankofa na on ka no kore.
Enti hadith
na sankofa wa twa hadith.
Hadith na nka say omunkum Jew for ni Christo for.
Okay, enti o say
okay, sankofa menkan mayaro na nka sankan mayaro na nka sankan.
What are man tell me what I say. Was it that last hour will not come unless the Muslims fight against the Jews and the Muslims will unalive them until the Jews will hide themselves behind the stone or a tree. And this hour the Shahano on I say against the Jews and the Muslims would unalive them. I see anything.
Very good. It's adding to Oba Beka.
What's one can say Yankuamo? I see anything.
See, this
nan kasi Yankuamo. I
see this nan kasi omunkum Jew for the Christo for.
Yaro was
na yaro won't na answer.
Oh,
okay, chair. Okay, ode sanko for me yes, yaro.
Grandpa, me bisa sanko for
menka ho. Yaro. Simple hadith na egu ho no egu so kan na kire na ase o de kan na kire na ase no
e ka Jewfo ade a Jewfo
yaro me say kan na kire ase we kan o de kan na kire ase simple e bia ye na ye ntebro fun o de kan na kire ase
the last one will not come unless the Muslim will fight against the Jews and the Muslim will me ngunu nyina would that say ni nyina no and the
Muslims would
and then some would kill them until the Jews will hide themselves behind a stone or a tree, and the stone or a tree will say, Muslim or the servant of Allah, there is a Jew hiding behind, come and kill him. But the tree of
Galga,
the tree of Galga will not say it, for it is the tree of Jews. Until the assembly.
Entity I see anything. Oh, what me too? I see anything.
I see anything, you, Grandpa.
I see. Oh,
Sankofa. Grandpa.
Me too. Yes, me too. Opinion.
Me buy no. Me ni Sankofa.
Grandpa.
Oh my God. Me catch say adis ni Jew for and Christian.
Yaro. Sankofa, onye ready so be kire mam mfa nsi nche na obi foforo mbrem because what can you see kire mo se dey.
Wa wo be kire mu ko ba wan ka hwe o.
Me man ka sam be kire.
Wa wo be kire wan ka hwe o. Wan ka hwe.
Man ka sam be kire. Man ka sam be kire. Yaro, what kind brofo no kirade ani ma o de na baby na me ba.
Adis ni see Muslims only Jew be ku tokwa. Muslims be ku Jew for no.
Omo ko ntokwa de me. Sana brofo na ya o se ente brofo na
there be almost be ku ntokwa Muslim for be ku Jew for no ana nye sana this nkan
it's bit market to be na at least
but makasa
mpacho mun kabi na yaro de o ya me de emu
okay I think say na yaro ka no
can say
omo ya crack
also say me peke wa mu kura so on send the request the bla obi abeka na no atomo ana me ne umi no nko why Eya na wo pe me no mi enu.
Mangofa.
And the
Ya wo pe me no mi enu.
Bawcho chamu.
So ne ne me debate.
Mangofa.
Pacho sankofa kasa munya botre no kasa wia. Munya botre. One after the other. Maska in kasa wia na heavy abem na
kasa no. Okay. Yaro kasa no o kan say me say Israel no omo ye tribe omo ye country. Me pacho Arabs no omo so omo ye tribe and so omo ye country. I say yeah sabi in previous say we are Muslim, we are Christian now. We are Christian here. O manu and Bible no say bibi o Bible no say yeah. Oje ho na ase no fa. Say enya so a na so bi kan nya so also gitum na say no so gitum so we are kremoni. Na say Quran ba bia eya wodan ye kan na say wani gi a ba bia enya no so no say obi kan a no so ya gitum. Ane first wo sua de. Sa de enya na say wo say we nipa at least so nipa ho ne kan de da bre yenu ya chi ho no bi. Wa enye ntokwa asemu wo say nkremofo no ebe kum juufo ni nyina ansa na wie na ba wan kasa omo enye ntokwa kun wo so mo be kum wo mo what I say nti wo
mepacho read ansa na waka
yaro pacho yedin yaro ya ma chance se kasa yedin no kasa nwie
on say history ya mo bi sa say nka history na yenti no me ka history kakra bi ahwa smart do hwe Israel na eda ho no mo no Israel no anyine sin America wo edin oman Israel no anyine sin America no say UN na mo say ho no mo kwete Israel no anyine sin UN no what you say ba wo dey emphasize history no anokofo nto nche na mra modern day mu say mo Israel for no yes say omo back to omo man mu no ma menchira wade enye ma menchira oman hodo a mo free ompam Jew for free mu nkremofo aman no Iran no Jew 40 ho mo pam Jew for no Egypt or pam ni Jew for all the Arab countries now mo nyina pam mo Jew for npa je wo sa wo Jew for no tribe nti tribe bia obabia ote what you say and say my friend tribe no nti tama nkremofo no pam nkremofo man nyina pam Jew for no office an komo nko he pa na komo nko omo nko bia no mo tribe no omo beduru ho no omo beduru ho no all nkremofo nyina so Arab fo nyina so ma tell what the Arab fo nyina so bia mo free Yemen Hona Arab mo tribe no hona mo original hona mo free enti mo so eba na say na mo so mbe pie ba bia e fere hona mo Israel no mo pepe de ho because hona mo so mo free ho mo bedu akrampo no UN kwa e kan say okay any ye chance as no mienu nkremo fo no Arab fo mo fa half na Israel fo no Jew fo no mo so fa half no na obi antane ba bi Jew fo no gitu mo nkremo fo no mo na mo se mo nyintum Arab fo no so mo nyintum ana Egypt any countries are Arab countries are try Israel ho nyina mo adwo say ne o mo ni Israel fo no beko ahye o mo ase ana mo no mo kokon na mo di musunkunim what I say o mo di musunkunim ma o mo capture land bebre Gaza ne ho ya kan na o mo capture ni nyina fai o mo wie kwa no Egypt Sinai no kwa o mo capture Sinai no Israel for no say o mo person bi nti o mo de Sinai na sama Egypt for no back what I say because o mo person mo nim na asundwe mu sa nema we ya okora ne mu enu nti na ntokware ekoso ne no na mo kasa Israel for ekunkura me pache wo October 7 na de see no pache tema nkamofo ni akwan wura Hamas for no mo ni akwan wura Israel no me pache wo nkura no mo no mo yo mo dai omo hye nkura ovi mu omo de nkura hye ovi mu hye wo mo omo ankasa na ye omo kunkura no mo sa ye video no e de hye wiase enye so bia obi na eka ho omo na ye video no omo pai opemfo yam yin ba firi yam eku apemfo no ne ba ni na bom na mu wi amabetna ukoye sa de we wi a uwi na odwena kwa kwhye wo sa dwena kwhye ukuru mo no na office use for no mo ntena horum so use for no nim say hadith o nyina ho say mo nkremofo no ansa na munya ala na beba no jese mo ku mu nyina nti I don't know master time mo ye no na me pa che de me den say use for no ho 7 predators mo no mo nwene say be ya before na ye tra ho ma Arab for be fire nkwa na ye before ya say be na Arab for ye say eso Arab nya me no o mo nwene sa wo omo mo dwom ho first omo ntena ho ntwen ma mo mehye o mase me pa che we ba say na Iran ewo ayi watch kakraka e born center of the country no counted down be say obehye Israel for nyina se you for ase e ba say na Iran omo what had this one o man bay e na o wiase a obeka say me de me target nan say me the time wasi ho mama date say how man we de machine ase o man be na yes ade no enya gisa Arab for nkremofo na mo sa mentality no and this say omo defend omo ho a mo so le ona na me nua ne bisa o say adentina Israel for no omo nto bom ni ma Africa I didn't use that for Europe. The horn, to bomb Europe, Russia, what no one to a being horn. Moko attack your monster with defend no babisu. Ntoko bien why use that for started. Ntoko bien I see or Arab for any use that for them due for them now. Arab for one starting to one. But Moko and the woman says I'm only due for no kwa. The bia mo bedin kunim. And so someone to boss wa no matter to. And the young among you who say, Muntimi no monko. What I say, because of the Omoya, you're right.
Ebi kura happy wo Muhammad the time o. Muhammad time no mo kwa kokunto kwana. Muhammad so dae. Muhammad so dae do kwa no ma kokun di o ma kokun di nkunim. Nipa so ode wo mo kuro nifa. Ala.
Sankofa
Muhammad do mo kwa ma. Muhammad do mo kwa ma ye kokunkunkungu mo. Ana ala senka wo da na di kire ne wo da e mu se wo ko e se na besi ankanya de se nto kwa no ko mbe kwa ko.
Wede jima dru.
Sanema we yera ewo book ni mu no ewo za hadith ni adima mu no eno na the main sources are just out of one ewo ho no up to date. What I say until say mo betem ho ase. What I say na ma respect obi ase nipa na nipa we Muslim a wo enya wo somo no na na kire say wo ye nipa se obi a wo. What I say mbaji sanema na tum na obi respect ya mo pepe no sa de na nam na ntokwa be jan ntokwa so de mo 1000 on be dim so nkunum ta because mo ni ground bia Arab for mo free Israel ho no sa ba bia sa sanda Arab ni bia free ho mo na be mo free no mo obi anko ni chi de ka to obi anko ni chi Arab for mo free ho enti ha sa no enya mo dia ya mamu bia and Egypt squad an Arab country Egypt I don't Arab for ever Egypt boss e Egypt as country Arab for e ba na say e say ka so bia waji be sa say kan ya Arab for mo na kama sa Egypt for mo nje obi asase o mo asase no mo teto no be ma no asi
ya dance
ba cha obetimi abom kakra metimi abom
inu sa we pacha wo betu bi mu ntinka o ma o mo no kasa bi anka o me sere wa afan me pacha obre take part no bi ka kasa.
Oh, okay. When you make the young Oscar Kasa Brave, may support it. Almost comes to me. I'm going to
yeah, I have fun market that you are no abemo.
Me more now can one analyzing the now it's not what it is. And then the crowd on here. But I think this guy can or the history there. I used to know the bear extra Israel for free one and so on. That's not the point I'm presently standing with you. Some come story program be natural the historical existence of Israel first and some will be out in one. That's part of the fact that me Bible, you know. I think that there is a name I say a TRCF. We've got Zionists and the real Israelites. These are two different people. They are two different people. So, and I think that has to be established first. Or can say Israel for by and assassin. That's not what it is. Okay, history that's not what it has ever been. Israel for the mom assassin. You are not accommodating Israel for assassin because of persecution. Yeah, Israel for crime. I mean, I say Israel for because they are all Zionists. Mean to me, cancer. Come into an agreement so I'm for baby for baby. So, to kind now, the facts I'm supporting Christianity, and I said men support Bible, Quran. That doesn't mean say facts need to deviate from the fact. Right now, may coming back to my point now. And I think for why you know why my tears but and then the atomic pass. The fact that Quran and said this is what we have to do now. Master, the Bia would never change their mind. The Bia would never change their mind because that's what is written.
Nothing will change their mind. Nothing will change their mind. And only nothing will change their mind. So because so number the second two come number they be justify the reasons having first second two come I mean jai. Why would I do that? That's how they consult kind of no, they've got their end results. Say me yes any say na me kuni pananya me abono dina bawi ase. So I'm not come hono. Me kuna mesanya me besa ma me akwanya du osroa. Why would I not do that? Would I cry for me? Christian.
Some say the product I mean
Allah
me
they say Allah no according to the Quran was say what they in tokwa e de bata wo mugidie ho so enti san tokwa no ukokon a ida se wo bekuma ma Allah anasa Allah bekum ye bekum dia ma Allah anasa wo bekum dia ma Allah
ni nyina ye pay say Allah be man ba bi asi
say what you say ni nyina pay ye wie no say Allah be man ba bi asi
me mentia se bi nua no mkramofo bi wona so mo ba o kan asem bi kan say nkramofo epeso omo deny the all Quran no o ye no quarrel pa sankofa no quarrel no ye odi because that's what they're doing. They're denying all the fact that ya tro mu book mu no ya tro no ya ro kra ba ya kan say on kan de da ho na ya tro no ono say debate de ya tro na okoro na ugidi anke de guo na ya kan no all kind the same thing like actually yeah you can't you can't explain it so Timmy Sanko ba me se na jo ta na me obi a me ba so a me person here respectful no obi su be kan bi and me de mano see no me srem I don't think so Quran Christian Muslims no more Ghana and they read it to understand it I mean more research than you all can and one me da Sanko
Tuga bremoy
Yo sankofa me da se me de da bia me ka se Quran no minimu bebre nti me ba na wo kan sa na ma yedi na metie pa na ade ba ko a mahunu ni se unim se a teacher fo mpo teacher ni a o kira de wi a o mpesa akwala bebusa na question no na tese no asem na o kire no won ti ase nti o pese o ye 10 no obofa so ko na ukuta faith bi mu na se faith no ade e be mo wahunu se faith no eye no kre ana enye no kre no si ebusa wo ho asem na wo ho kire wansa na watimi atretiri mu a na send red flag ama say ade ya mekuta mu de anu odin wo de yaro so obedi no kra ma ho
omo na nkasa Tuga unim se wo mo na nkasa Muslims no Quran ati wo mo wo ni se mo wo musa questions Quran ka yes Quran ka tro mo say ensem bi wo ho a wo mu bisa ema wo mu mbisa because ebia no wo mo anya anu ye because e di kamfo bi di ka busa nsem bisa wo mo anya anu ye no eyi wo mu frigidie ni enti mu wo mu mbisa ensem a wo mu nim se wo mu bisa wo mu ntumi nya anu ye enti esa so omo question de atie bia na fa ne sa
Why ne catch us so much
ya question
na na wasi o na metio
Quran asem no ka de
okay Quran say ensem bi wo ho a who bisa na onim se unya anu ye a memmisa because e di kamfo bi di ka bisa ansem ni bi wo mo nya anu ye no eyi wo mu gidi afiri wo mo nsem ye ni ha se na mu sheiks no mo scholars sa mo nyame na busuafo that is Arabian scholars no
I'm
ati yaro
sampa obetimi asimi na wa for bi why obetimi asimi na wa for bi why na me wase o na mati mo why ma ka kasa wi
na men kama no pleta yaro de bono
ati yaro me de yaro mimi nim Quran mu na de me fafiri mu ye wo answers ya wutu odema sankofa no eno na me gina so de hunu no kure wom ene entre wom ba ya no kure ben grama ho a Uti say questions in Yebusa wo ho afa papa
question ben obisa
yaro say oka yaro de me busa okan asem bi o yisankofa say ready minim che kura me bro for 2x2 no me say o say Muslims will fight against the Jews and the Muslims will on alive
Tuga me ba amafo bua bibiri won peso mo kasa ade ama meka sankofa ba earlier on wo see hadith ni say Muslim for
yaro men ka say sankofa say yaro men ka say ka say hadith ni say hadith
grandpa adenti one chance no obi
maybe the Christians be kan ho eno
na me ka say hadith no
amo Christians eboji
Tuga na me ka say sankofa no say hadith no ka say
ewo Christopher so
me ba
hadith no aduma wo Christopher so na say hwede si o ewo Nigeria
sankofa mama me nyedi mama fo nkasa Sheikh
Can
mu
you
nyina
see
wo ha
what
no
Nigeria
kasa
benu? Me see me hunu
Sheikh
video so nipa me
obe kasa ayi esi enti nyame yebi
ya shi ni papa enkora ne mpanimfo ya shi wo mo pa me hunu video no kora me reho ye are bone be nko a momo ala ne dia be pa na omo nyini no omo dia ya ala no ei
yaro em say afi na matter was na just a problem na Christians na enche ehonom no na se wo hwe ne ekoso ya Jews na yekum omo non Muslims and Christians so they are part of the non-Muslim to extension no sa sembisi a
ahene ba Quran e kura kan ho asem Quran sura 9 ayat number 29 what did you for Christopher for Jew for kan ho what do omo kan sura 9 ayat number 29 ja yaro asem wan won de wonya de okeka
am say yaro ebe ya na ade ba ko so a platform mehu ewo Islam for Muslims na eba so no ayati say eya asan kofa timi bie baabi na mokura no mo ye shock ese mu kai say ewo eho mo enti eba ne sa I said the first time you are hearing this but you still have to defend your religion enti eba ne sa na ma contradictions no adults be brave but they are hunu ne say wiase de ukuta faith bim ti ebusa ho asempe na de di nkan untumi enyi ano de stosu mienu further questions ba na ma obufu a ka bibi kire wo say baby a wugina no enye the right and there is a lot for you to see but me di manu besi no minnim mo religion ni mu bebre no nti first no ti me twam na me hunu say mu preach na mo bo Christopher na ti a mitimidia akonya tra so na mani agye pa se ensema me pesa me ka kire Christopher enu ana mo kan na me ba asanko fa di so a metie mu amu interaction no nukure mo so mo de no ba bi wo ho a esre pa nti wadawroma se wote Ghana ha na adan a wo support Iran den die nti a woni Iran nyina wo so mbaako nti se wo mu kum other people na enye wasem justification ni say a wo say na Israel fo kum nkwala na open countries are enfa human rights enye adwuma pa ene nka me hu ni say Islamic State no bebre enfa human rights enye adwuma wo de ya hweye ya ma me ye mai
me say ene video bi a me hunu ye wo ma chekere young boy bi akora no am say obe 7 years ana wo ma woro akora no ho ana wo ma chekere akora no nsam yenu edi aboduam ana wo ma woro akora no wo ma bu akora na ma akora no ho apapa na wo mu wiye ye no wo ma woro no wo ma ya mmeko gu ade mu wo mu bu akora ma akora no ho papa ye no ana wo mu wiye no wo mu de mmeko ni sra no ho wo mu de aba no na ma aba ne kora kobo akora ne kote ma akora ne kote ho no ade ya wo mo se akora ketewo no akora kete no akwa fa wo bisika de akwa to duane edi
okay me nya sure say Islam rule
wo mo ye Muslims wo mo akora kwa ya friends simple oh me wure fi akora ni
there trendy ana
there trend na there trend
ya potete wo boy yes ano
yes there no okuta meko ni dey fefa akora no ho no
ukrom Ghana
there no okuta meko
ni dey fefa ya sentence 25 years
enti yaro em say pesa person dey wo kapa dey defend a justify as be yaro mo etoda mo ma dey no nya yakono se me wie sika pa me abebro me atwa me kwete so ma e de me kwa asra me na wo yaro wo beka bibi
sankofa aka asem me bi say krombe na dey ni siye
esi wo Ghana
wo si religion na ka so mo nyesa
enye religion na ka so mo nyesa
Arab cross krank ye betwa ne nsa afiri ho
don't say mama me
Arab cross krank ko betwa ne nsa afiri ho
yeah Islam
enu say Arab cross say sharia law iti
Arab cross ni mne wo mu sa sharia law
sharia law
na sharia law ye enye hu nsire Israel for ya woka so mu kum nkwa.
Anti me ba enti uje
enya mu books no na ka say
enti u believe say so obi a treason ayenku no.
Obi a there.
Treason. What is the punishment of treason?
Bema nipa kumu de enye. Ye nkumu nipa.
Oh, abrantie me ba.
Ye nkumu nipa.
Nasu losa ewo mukrom eni krom bebre no. Treason ye kunipa no.
Enti hwan ye ku no ewo Ghana. Enane asem no topic na ye. Yaro person of akwan bia so no oda.
Sorry, my ID check me now my ID.
Where the medema no si no futuo na mede bema ye nuanom nkramofo no. De di nkan em say e bra so say wo mo seda esua Quran ye. Na hadith ni nso wo mo hwemu ye because mobile platform is so as a questions are sankofa de ma mu nyina as ambush question na mototo faso na no muslima mia na me afa me wura ho e de ama no na do baby na haso folk di main knife nyina ne mu de explanation as you wait madam Roma baby a enkoyie no so na mo me enkoyie ahu baby ekoyie no so na ya bom aba so baby ti say de musi esie funu me say ya me fefe but the aka de in fact emu owrem enti me di besi ya da mo shake for ways on be tietie mo me ati ase
ma shake me pacha my inu sankasa we ana shake wa be mo shake from you no omo na bo
Shake one sana.
Shake oba.
Shake one sana inu sabayo.
But my inu sankasa ansa. Shake beka safana. Inu sa oti anka. Shake on me to one I'm saying inu senyo. Angel Rock you be so why.
Okay. Me say me wo ho. Yeah, me wo. Me say na wo pe explanation for sa asura na wo de ato ho no. Wo betumi aye ne kese na
hadisi na na.
Hadisi na de ato ho. Wo betumi aye ne kese na afei wo wa kire de wo kan a kire ase na ye so explanation aye so wo no na de ama wo betumi aye mpa chawo.
Me de amaka ya kire ase awie na me san kan
se. Bi tama wo kire ase no. So me bie ye no. Na wo nkire ase wa kire awie na yaro no e kasa but yaro antimi an kire emuye mehu se na ototo papa so nti wu no ba nti wu de na nti mpesa mete wu de na ansana mema meso masema meso minchire mu ampesa me de ba na me de aba
ni nyina ne se hadisi be se ewi asere nkona wieye dise mu nkramofo no mu ne jiufo na ko kunkum wo mo ansa na ewi ase na se ena ye fen se ntokwakun ni mu no wo mu kunkum wo mo no kora no ye wo junior obedwane akwakohye buo bi ni dua bi atia dua ne buo ne be fro ma ka chom se jiufo ne bi sha mo be chi wo mu nkokun wo mo be dua bi afa ne gaga de eye junior ni nti jiufo ne dwane kohye akira on fere wo mo no wate wo mo to. This is simple enti no nso nche mu awode my fama ni enti.
Okay na sa wo hwe sa friend sen sa hadisi ya wo kan yi de na kirewo eyenkomhye sa hadisi no enkomhye
sa na me kan me se
eyenkomhye tio mame wonzo wo kasa mankasa mame so menkasa eyenkomhye
mamo de amba na mo bete e kon gen fa so
ye no nya botre wonzo wo kasa me yedi
eyenkomhye na me se me kasa me de be am say
eyenkomhye
ko mani kasa
tio eyenkomhye sabio nyankopon share se wiase no before wiase no be kwa wiye no se sa de we den esi because had ye na nsi a we are ntimi nya den enkwa wiye
okay
so ayi de wo patch sa na te enye ensesa hwe nti we ye hu bad things bi ewo mu a sabi obi beka say nkramufo kunkum juice ana nkramufo kunkum arab ana arab kunkum ade
enti sa tam ya ye wo mu ya ye hunu say this Muslim see no wo mu kunkum a Christopher ne Jew for me a Christopher Jew for kra de mi hu wo mo wo mu kunkum a Christopher no ebe ye den na ye be den ye hunu say e ye nkomhye ne na ebe ma na asanya no
tio
enye mo na enye wo mo na
nyabotre wa ye nyame adwuma ma hu se wa ye nyame adwuma ache enkomhye nyankopon komhye bi obehye no hu
nyame be ye adwuma
ebam etoato mu bam saa
nyame be ye adwuma na
na ba bia
nyame bi amaye na adwuma ache
oh say de bia oti hawo ye enti ma me kasa de bia oti hawo ye de bia ɔte ha we enye se enye ana first time me ma ba wo live ni ana so uni me dada so uni me dada ana me boa eye nkom se Nyankopɔn nkom se bia nso no se ni nyina ba mba baako
nti kom se we ye kom se papa
ansa na awia slide and yes free nyame ho Nyankopɔn na ahye nkom se before awia se ne bekɔ awie ye no ade e besinie so what ase enti yenua yaro na ntimi ankyere wo mu yie eye Nyankopɔn na aka se before awia se ne bekɔ awie ye no ade e ebesi ansa ne wia se na ye enti no ene de sabio emfa gramofo ho na emfa yi ho ena na mo ka story bi nso se tio no mo ka story bi nso se Jews ne Arabfo no wahu eya na ye yira firi ye ho kakra o Jewfo omo ye hefo asefo omo ye Abraham Arabfo no so kura no sabio omo ye Abraham asefo Arab ya se wo ka Bible mu a ye wo de ye fa Quran kwan tete ne enko Bible mu na Abraham owo ne ba tie owo ne ba panya your friend Ishmael
enya no kore
o say enya no kore but o Bible mu ansa na o ba be wo Isaac
any Bible mu
enya nya banya botre na o de mani wi o wi na ebusa
so what you say owo ne ba your friend Ishmael ye Hegaba na fe na aba meboa se mu ditro aka se mi di ntro e no wo Isaac ye ne yire ne first wife ba Obia Nyankopɔn ma sa ankura no so bia obia nhira according to the Bible. We dey Quran according to the Bible Nyankopɔn ma obia nhira. So what you say?
We pacha we kwa de ma ye Kristo ni pa eminim. Wan shira your friends Ishmael wo say
obua shira. Obua o de se unimu amemechiro. Unimu a memechiro. Se unimu a ti unimu a memechiro. Tie me ba se me bechere. Enti se unimu a memechiro. Ishmael nhira me be ka chiro e wo Bible mu. Go to the Bible and read. O say Ishmael Nyankopɔn be there ben great nation.
Okay.
So what you say? Also obey any great nation.
Ena dey to aso.
Now over me kasa me say also obey any great nation. Now
Oshia no San Dominican.
So what you say? Na say ena nhira e be free aba. Ko Bible no e wo ho. Verse ni se si amenkai because me kai ya che. Me kai ya che. No kra dey ba. Me kai ya che. Me kai verse.
One no say Abraham. Obi say facho mebo mu hold on meba. Obi say Abraham free Iraq. Na that time na Iraq or hen free Iraq.
No Abraham free Iraq. Ni okai Abraham free Iraq. Abraham free Iraq. Na kan ka story bi. Na mo ka story bi. Emre na tie ni bi some question bi. Ni bi some question. Emre na Israel for no mo won kwaso no Egypt. Na asase no asase na hefo na teso. Ni bi some question. Emre na Israel for no mo won kwaso mu e wo Egypt no. Na asase no hefo na teso.
Inusa sankofa meba mama
meba grandpa meba. Inusa otemenka.
Metonka.
Abraham no ofrere.
Abraham oye Juni.
Oye Juni and Hagar so ye die ni.
Hagar ye Arab ni oye Egypt ni. Yeah.
Okay. When I catch you say Egypt for my Arab for.
Egypt o nya Arab. Egypt nya Arab for o me Africa for.
Mama chiro so uni mu he. Mama chiro he sa omo no he. Omo area no. Even Quran Iran na momo kan. Iran is not Arab. Iran for nya Arab. Yeah, Iran for omo nya Arab. We can Iran omo nya Arab. Ensere. O defeat one hour sere. Iran for omo nya Arab. Yes.
Hussein.
Papa, o dia manu ka se wie nu on twa. Na sense
Hussein. Hold on. Hold on. Meba.
Hey.
Senior man meba.
What an Arab.
Me one after the other. My mom story now wo kan. My main story na nkasa mu yeti. Asasene ye de ma Abraham no. So ati ase. Asasene ye de ma Abraham. no motena so akopem se Joseph ekọ ye mo nuanom ton no ekọ Egypt so ati ase nti omoton mo kọ Egypt no obesesa ne nuanom ne maame no nyina firi ho na omokotena ho cheye na omo nyini na omo dooso ansa na Moses firi ho obetena ekrofoforo so like okun obi ofiri ho odwane ye na osan Yankopon so man so meyi mfiri nko bebi a Abraham first no mo but omukọ na nkrofo so tete so nkrofo mo tete so no na different ono nkoto faasiemfo ewo so faasiemfo ende omo so mo Muslimfo yi nti omo pam omo nyina from asase no so no omo fo mo de ba ekro bi wo ho a omo manja ntum especially faasiemfo sei no omo manja ntum omo no mo de Goliath by omo no bokun David no nti ho na ntokwa ne start free ho nti na anya Jew between Jew ne Islamic to say omo ye ni sese
why are you mami mi sa question ma ko Matthew the capital Jerusalem na adentima Palestine for
mo me nya no one after the other way na ye fa bi mra no
adena Palestine for any a friend say is Jew for no ko me nka ni Israel omo ni Jew for no
say nja omo ko ne say say nja omo ko ne say asase na omo Abraham free so no omo Palestine for better omo say Palestine for say omo dey when I did one it is
mami chiro he me ka story bi
masa sanetie
tie me ka story bi a kire mo me ka so mo besere but is the
way come back to the topic why
tie do wo de tie me do wo de me kire ma de ketewa bi me kire wa de ketewa Abraham wankotena Jerusalem Abraham wankotena Jerusalem muntie ni ye pa
Debbie assassin you say assassin it say Ghana Jerusalem is a crew to say be Kumasi
Abraham tnaye me kire ba Abraham tnaye me kire Abraham otena Saudi Arabia
Abraham
otena Saudi Arabia Mecca is on Kaaba is
on Pacho yanko another way
once me ka
Saudi Arabia baby
I know more than you and your sheikhs.
That's what says discrimination be our home. Mona musumu mumma ahadi yele sa pacho emfa
memfa sa ade number
sankofa usubia den
me somebody anonya wasa ya kankere mo somo wasa ekremo somo
na debi ade nta mo ba platform so person who bi so man sa
have brain ni bia why
yaba ode nyabotre
mo somo na mo
pacho sas membe yesa
the platform issue the oba ha mfa usum ni suban ma ha
back to the topic
what done
Inusa ashake dey senior man bossu shake
mechiacha mu ina o metuche ma
ya jero so boss
enkasa ma drop sas enkancha mi se ma drop me drop ye why me
wa ha bacho me wa ha me wa ha
kwaso
tango va utie mi asema mpesa mbisani se possible se nipa obedi bodamfo echi se onye wo leader na
no.
Would answer my question? No, possible so
shake.
So be a course. Okatra will say person kukuni ho a. O bodam for na say o ye na dwinda ho.
Okokunu ho say bia bibi na harenti no okokunu. Bibi hana
ba the moment say obi be ka say kukuni ho no. Wadani bodam for na say o normal person.
Yacha the network enye obem.
Sanko fa would answer my question.
Bibi to me ma obi ka say okokunu. Obi to me nya broken heart.
No matter what happen, the moment say nipa beka say everybody na dream say kukuni ho no. Or na dream no eka or yarefo na say normal.
answer we dey maintain farmer or
Sometimes, if you can't sustain a pain to certain degree, you prefer to die.
Grandpa, me pacho. So be see, so be attempt suicide 1 time, 2 times, 3 times, sir. Now you na can I say or normal.
Oh, nature on your normal because we are not the nature say a BIM. Network a black wire no at it.
Okay.
Inusa
me ba sas we ya be ma aya na mu dwabo num sa mo ya be ma ya mo se mo pese mo ba ne ya ma mo chance ma mo ko mo kasa de bia me kasa asem wo my platform so we ya be ma bra sankofa inbox bra oba bra wan kasa fa mo bra na me fa metna se da mo se
sankofa sas me fiso
tie sankofa
ke mo de ana mo ho sere we ya be ma bra inbox Mama wa
sankofa na fiso
mama wa sheda me do be ba betena ha me dware ufru tiri so obesi wu na ya
we dey mo invite sankofa mo froso
ma wo be disrespect o ba na ya mo ba betena ha mo de mo so mo
o dey opa mo froso
even sa mo kofra alarm pokura ba me de Quran be bono Allah kra mo kofra ba me de
sankofa ya nuja we dey ya nuja
yati
enum say
yati
okay inusa
how many years
shake na kasa
how many years
inusa
sankofa di na shake kasa sankofa shake kasa
o dey ma shake
sankofa
sankofa pe zamzam
oba ya wodi dwane akɔhye bible ye ka Quran and hadith asem wo dwane akɔhye bible
because bible mu me kira because wunnim but the bible Abraham wankotena Jerusalem Saudi Arabia
Mpacho ewo Quran na yefa say otena Saudi Arabia.
Yes, usami kasa mama mi ankasa na mu tuta so.
But they are shaking kasa dey ntwa so shake pacho kasa.
Ehunya
topic na inusa topic na dey chire no waka ho asem
no ne topic ayeye no ha okay
topic na dey chire no waka ho asem
wo free say wo ji wo di a ka chire me say o person o take topic na me inform na me we dey si wa
sankofa hwede obi atwa sankofa may Allah punish you na Allah na ngaza onum no ho ben na
Allah no we under my phone Allah no me na me punish no Allah bet me
sankofa unim wo dey ma shaking kasa
back to the topic
ma shaking kasa
obi anye di na shaking kasa mpacho tuga mpacho ma shaking kasa obi anye di
inusa
Say go straight to the point, man.
Inusa o tie me
me tie
obi say okoku ni ho a o normal na so wabodam
na bibi atochima
okay
shake
yeah
minta wa no why nya botre sas o mute won
Yeah, what's up?
okay and that topic and me dey o topic ni so Quran no etichi hate and as etichi hate
And teach hate.
okay yen ko Quran nim mame fa
bi anye din yo de aya na eba
okay mame nye ni say me pacho kai aya na da so na tiri
So, obey my kind.
me pacho wo de
sa de na yempe no
Well, Sadia now, no, son, no, the eye and by, okay.
wudi mo akenkai
Me say, kind.
ye be drop na unim de ade ato no aka simple no akirem
grandpa nya botre mo amaje adie monhwɛ na mamfa Yudafoɔ no ne Kristofoɔ no ayɔnko wɔyɛ yɔnko wɔn ho ayɔnkofoɔ na mumu biara a ɔbɛfa wɔn yɔnko no na ɔka wɔn ho na korɛ sɛ ala deɛ ɔnkyerɛ bɔnefoɔ no kwan mepakyɛw asɛm wɔ
But the Sankofa.
Asem way and cat what's the name? Friendship. There's a difference between friendship and ally.
Asem we want to come here because you are free so.
Check me There's a difference between there's a difference between friendship. Oh yeah. There's a difference between Yo, this guy. Yo, do you want me to talk or not? Okay. Share grandpa. Ogusu kasa. Share grandpa. Ogusu kasa. There's a difference between friendship and ally. I have that.
Me pacho. Do you know na yekai was say ayonko?
Na aden Kurani ye you three man ye Arabic.
Anti uba wudi makenka na aka na makenka.
Yo, Sankofa, look, we all can spin our verses. We all can bring our verses and spin it the way we want it. Quran, we know Quran was revealed in Arabic. Until the country, aha, I try more trim because the original language. You didn't the original the language of the Quran what is in Arabic. It's not in Chi.
Yeah,
exactly. So there's a difference between friendship and ally. Aha, Quran and Kase do not take them as allies. Only you see the difference? There's a difference between friendship and allies. Same, for example,
we don't give them to whatever.
Example. We will talk about allies. Oh my God, this guy, man. Oh, Popo, make me catch you. You shaking your boots. You didn't kasa. What me too, meter. There's a difference between friendship and allies. Do you know who an ally is? Example. When you say, US, what's the name? Zionist regime in Israel. Those are allies. You get me? And the Quran catch here say, don't be an ally with them, but you could take them as friends. So what you say? That's simple. Hate.
Grandpa, me pacho nyabo tremami. Odi nyabo tremami. Wacha ntro aya we ho. Adi anada aya ba. Odi nyabo tre.
Sankofa. Before I be back, before I make class in biachro.
Inusa menkasa yedin.
Ni ewo me say Quran so ewo Quran mu say tie ewo Quran mu say osinkramufuo se aboniefo no betake mu a monko Jewfo ho na Jewfo no mu yemu nuanom eno so me bisa.
And there's a Quran on inconsistency in a way.
There's no inconsistency.
The same as Bible. The same as Bible.
There's no inconsistency in that. There's no inconsistency.
Saka aya na da Sura 923 kaima na ehwe ade.
So okay the first. So you can still read this one.
Kai aya na da so why?
You could okay
so okay na be ka tell me say ametwi mo eba wa Arabic enti kai Arabic na teach.
Okay here first. Okay, move say kai Arabic. Okay, so
me pese me kan twi na wo be ka tell me say
verse ben ka tell. Okay, so ben.
Kai Arabic na teach.
Okay, so ben.
Surah Tauba. Ayat number 23.
Verse 23. Okay. يا أيها الذين آمنوا لا تتخذوا آباءكم وإخوانكم أو أولياء إن استتحبوا كفر على إيمان ومن يتولهم
On to
منكم
me Arabic no
فأولئك هم الظالمون.
no.
Okay. Allah Akbar.
Ajata.
Yetire mo yetio.
So, okay, it's meaning, Ya ayyuhalladhina amanu, you who believe, ladhina amanu, that's all who you believe, right? Do not take your parents and siblings as trusted allies if choose disbelief over belief, and whoever of you does so, they are the true wrongdoers. Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. So it means your parents. Hold on. Let me explain to you. Do not take your parents and siblings as what? As trusted allies if they choose to disbelieve. It means someone can share with Christo, any what's the name, Jew, and any what's the name, Abu Musumfo. Do not take them as allies, but it doesn't mean that you should shun them as parents. You could still give them respect as parents, but do not take them as allies.
Yes.
So say what I say. What I say. Make sure off. Oh, some of make show off.
Emperor okay.
Bring them in place. Whoa, make sure now.
Emperor.
Grandpa, me meaning off. Relax. Me meaning off. Me off.
Me ubet me a minute.
Me sure and then me sure.
It's okay. Relax.
No. So, they be asking for one.
Sas, you didn't hear. Oh, can't you?
Yo, Grandpa, let him talk then. Let him talk.
Last time, Emma, one kasa udane.
No.
And me pese obey sadia now be say dwan wa.
No, me explain it. Last time me explain it. After me explain and after man interrupting me. Me explain now after man interrupting me. So go on.
Enti what kasa dia ko anu tu.
Me Johnny say.
Okay, Kawanutu. What
sound to say American?
Statement they say, if your brothers and your fathers, okay, they prefer disbelief other than believing. So in the first place, it's because your brothers and your fathers, they are disbelievers. That is the first point. Okay.
Listen, it said choose to disbelieve. What are you talking about?
Choose what I am the choose.
Yo, Sankofa. I tembia no so we depend with English now. Tembia mistake beba. Yeah.
What's the name? Kokuram.com says here. Kokuram.com says here. Kokuram.com says here.
So what you say here? Or say there.
English. They have preferred. It means what?
Yes.
In the past.
Okay.
They have preferred.
Listen to me. Who would you know? Papa no. Say womu pe anye. Please translate. They have prepared. They have Sankofa, they have preferred disbelief. Is it in the present, past, or in the future? They have preferred disbelief. What Asian is saying? They have preferred. It means it's in the past. They already preferred disbelief. Say, your friend say, anye no. Woman need the anye who dance woman bedia dia. And yes, they have preferred it. It means they are disbelievers. Okay. It is because of say when we are disbelievers in internet for our allies and not day. Exactly. Just like the other person was said,
Just like the other allies. Just like the other allies. Just like the other verse. Why? As Jerusalem, Jerusalem. Exactly. Just like the previous grandpa. Just grandpa, keep quiet. No, grandpa, I'm explaining to Sankofa, keep quiet. Grandpa, keep quiet.
Explain here.
Grandpa, let me hear anything.
Explain.
Grandpa, keep quiet. Grandpa, keep quiet. Keep quiet. Grandpa, keep quiet. Just like the previous, Sankofa, just like the previous verse that you brought up. Just like the previous verse that you brought up. That was talking about disbelievers.
In this sense, why I made that eye away by him.
What are they?
Because of the previous one, and I will can't run. Okay. Who say? Said yeah. Ebia group where yenyan tokwa. Ebia ye didi enko me masa example.
I don't know what you're talking about, bro.
Okay.
Sankofa, do you know how to solve this? Bring the other verse and then put this together with the other verse.
Me say, the reason why I'm a cover eye away the buy because the first one, Oko can say, I like that person who say, Ebia, name a group me no conquer. Now, Ebia me come on. Now, me free more mochi. Now, me them one combat or one more conquer. No, I like to them.
Sankofa, verse back on the bra. Sankofa, verse no back on the bra. Never way so talent. No,
the same. Exactly. Tell me the eye away by no. No, Munchemu, where your eye, what was your move?
Sankofa, oh, Popo. Oh, let's say the catcher. Oh, Popo, and then, whoa. And then, me.
Sankofa, Pato, me pesa me ko me Pato, pesa me ko, me pesa uma me just 1 minute. Na me ka se me chire ye nyina na me nko. Why, Pato? Obetumi amanta 1 minute.
Okay. Sankofa, adentina wa me timi me kasa ma me timi.
Shake nyabotre, shake Pato nyabotre. Shake nyabotre. We are all blacks. Sankofa, you dey chaso. Na me kana me ko. We are all Africans. Omono, they are white. Minim, more lies, minim baby will be our dear. Obi nim chain will be. Obi a tuni nine so chain. So what I say? Yenina ye tuntum. Make catch them with ne plain, same way. Monfantum tirimu ye. Here massa ye tuntum. Ye be ye debate, efa Muslim and a discrimination by intem. Eya.
And yanka ya nuntum.
Yes, Sankofa nyabotre minka se kawano tum yenkunkum me se me hu se me nia tuntum e de religion ekum ninia e ha me pa because ignorant.
And you shouldn't be a Muslim. You shouldn't be a Muslim.
No, the Muslim you should be. The Christian you should be. The Muslim you should be.
Please. Let me deal with him. Look, regardless of the situation, let me just deal with him, man. Look, he's my kid.
Don't fight against yourself because who to the discrediting that.
And yes, I'm Nigeria, Modi Kunkuma Tuntum for Nigeria. And yes, I Checheriana Modi Kum Nipa Nigeria. Nigeria for me white.
Well, do you know what the Crusaders did?
That's who you are. It's not a religion matter. It's a political issue. And the binum soon a
religious matter, political baby.
Yes, a religious matter. Religious matter.
A video the above on Twitter will be 11 years going. Nasa was a one young Krabosumbiama Kuno. Shake back on the video secretary of social media.
That doesn't justify Islam. That doesn't
Quran say.
I told you brought this up on yourself. I told you I was gonna shoot you, bro.
Listen to me. According to the Quran, was say oba woyere waja unuanom wabusunya waja bade awo se esom wo bo echan ala ne ne komhweni a ene transnational punishment abeba wo so Quran ne kan sa asem no enti se wo ba se nkremosum no wonni akire na se wo ja no a wo ma wo ba na besom wo bo akora ni free nkremosum ni mu obey part of disbelievers and the punishment for disbelievers and say the punishment of apostasy no eye on alive enti akora no imam ne kan sa asem no say akora from 11 years ago no was sum no wonni akire bi ba kuno because akora
only apostasy
imam na But but Christo knew. I know you be calling Bible on to minjina. Oh my Christo for Christians. That was them. This modern world. Christo did go back Bible so kumunipa. But mo kremo for mo ken kai Quran na mu twani. The actions of a Muslim, the action of the action of a Muslim does not justify Islam.
Oh, Pacho, yenyan one after the other. Pacho, yenyan one after the other. It's too much. It's not. Sas, meba. Hussein, Pacho, Usman say Hussein. Pacho, yenyan one after the other. I said, "Nine, did. Young one after the other." Why? Pacho, Sas.
Yeah.
Oh, answer question now. You just go straight to the point. And then Grandpa. Yeah, but you can't tell me how to.
Grandpa.
No.
The reason why I'm answering, Grandpa. Okay, Mami Kasa. Look, the reason why I'm using all these, angles and all these antics, Sankofa or Pesade, no, me share on TikTok. They be Obekasa what's the name? Islam. So now I'm a Christopher. Kabi. Oh, Bekasa Christopher.
Mpacho ahano platform yo sankofa bia anya Christopher nkwa na eba ha
inu sakura de o ba wa sem bia o kan bia se favor se bra o se
Grandpa me say
yes
on kan sankofa kan to mo say omon kan
sas
that's all
sas nya
wa sem o kan bia ni we wom
sankofa de meba you say no say we dim ko mu hubo but he say you say no say one say he say mo to so dia pacho munya botenye one of other sas mpacho aha no obi atimi baby obi okasa wa ha no so this in pakona kasa bi na no kasa Kristo ni but aha no obi wa ha bi ntime focus say bi a Kristo fo nkwa na bekasa wa ha ente sa sas
Grandpa,
general thing
Sankofa na moderator, right?
when Christians
how
when Christians come here, at least tell them to hey, come on.
Is that
the podcast
No.
telling the
Sas,
Momo ya
Sas,
mani
Debbie.
me ye program ameni ya Christopher na ya mo ya ma muntimi mforosoro ma eni ya Christopher na ya
throughout the week, or the squad topic was so me also about Christopher.
So there meba. She say ne wiase ye won. Obi anu wa tobo sas. Meba sas. Obi anu wa she say trend on social media. Uku amanfo osanka Allahu Akbar. This doesn't
mean that's Islam. That doesn't mean that's Islam.
Meba.
No. We see people starving people in the name of Christ. We see people starving people in the name of Christ.
Grandpa,
main video.
Grandpa meba. Sankrofo we on. Grandpa meba. Sankrofo we on.
Mema.
Na dini pa be konkwaje mu a. Sankrofo we enko heaven da.
Oh, na sankofa nka wo
dey afa video no fast.
Hell no wadi kan. Sankofa wo dey ka hell no wadi kan wo. Wo na wadi kan.
Sankofa
wo dey meba. Sankofa ba ma na bebre.
Hell no wadi kan. Meba. Lewe movie na wa ya Ibrahim Traore. Ne movie na lewe na ya no. UT ada wa kofa part of movie no a. Lewe na ya ni bi no. Wase omo shout Allahu Akbar no omo tutuo. UTI da wase sadia na wo ye no. Allahu Akbar ye nkremofo na yiso nti se lewe yisu sadia na wo portray Muslim say wo mo ye terrorists. On say we say nso aba be gina say wo bi tem Allahu Akbar and represent Muslims. This is how they are. What you say? This is how they are. No kura me say no kura pe ade no kura me say who ya akora and now we a student now go school near busa question what is the meaning of a liar? Okay, Islamic sheikh and now Islamic scholar fashion teacher in
Mepacho staff. O by say o be answer questions. Who dem say we answer one question kra.
No mama e ma ha ye bebre sa ye dede yen go to the topic.
Sankofa na kofa ma. Na we chantro a esi yi na no we chantro.
That's the way o by say o be answer question.
Okay, simple.
Nyabotre. Sankofa ka ye nyina o be ye. But who answer question.
O say
to awoduma no so.
Okay, obi anye din. Sas. Mpacho verse na dey chire wono. Ochem what the difference between ally and friendship?
Okay. You can take someone as friends without sharing your secrets with them. Intina boni ko to the next stage. I have friends and I have best friends. Now, best friends can go into the category.
Best friends. Okay,
this is what I've done the last time I left, bro. You asked me a question, let me answer.
Okay,
let me answer. Sanko for me answer.
Hey, Sas. Oba hadum say amenya won say you want to control everybody.
Jano. Sanko for Jano.
You want to control the platform. Massa,
I'm not controlling anything. I'm answering his question.
Man, you say you want to control everybody here. This is your last warning. Sana last time obey no I say. U video I say you want to control everybody. Go be a kasa na wo shouting. Kawanu to.
So beside me question. Or beside me question, right? Ask me a question.
Okay,
why is he interrupting then?
Okay, I'm not interrupt. Okay, yeah, no.
Exactly. That is why you have friends and you have best friends.
Okay.
Best friends are elevated to the stage or to the level of allies. That's where you share your secrets or whatsoever. You get me? So the Quran is asking us not to be allies to these people. That means we shouldn't share our secrets to these people. We could be friends.
Which people?
But
Which
like,
people?
oh yeah, sure.
Okay. Oh,
Which
Sankofa
people?
meba.
You see-
Oh,
Huh?
Sankofa
Okay.
nyabotre.
Okay, the people are the
Nyabotre.
disbelievers. Disbelievers. Say that actual.
Nyabotre.
Say that actual. You know, disbelievers.
Okay.
You say? So
Okay.
if you prefer.
Okay.
If you are a disbeliever or you taking on to disbelieve, you are no longer my ally, but you can be my friend.
Okay. Okay.
You can be my friend, but you are no longer my ally.
Sankofa de meba. Oh, Sankofa meba. O de me anhyehyɛ ade no mbɛ kwa kosi wo na odo to no. Nti say no, o say say nipa kono your ally na eche say you share your secret with your allies. Friends they don't share secret with friends. Meboa. Sana opese o che ase.
Yeah, you don't share your deep secrets with them. You get me? In the form of trusting them with your life. And I mean my example between hold on. I mean my example between what's the name? The Zionist regime and the United States. That's why they call them allies.
Okay.
You get me? Those are close.
Okay.
So do you think the United States have what's the name? Are they only allies with Israel? They are also allies with certain people, but they put those allies into the friends category. The way they're going to move for Israel is not the same. It's not the same way they're going to move for other countries. Say Ghana, right? They prefer taking their aid to Israel because they are more of an ally compared to Ghana, who is more of a friend.
Okay. So who is a kofar? Wano kofar?
Okay, kafir. The meaning of kafir is someone who
kafir. Yeah, kafir.
Exactly. Someone who knows the truth, but he decide to cover the truth, or he decide to not accept the truth. You get me? That's what a kafir is. So, for example, we also use kafir for farmers. Why are kafir? What's the name? Kafir used for farmers because they plant seed. What do? They sow these seeds and then they cover it with what? Dust. You get me? So that's what a kafir is.
So, untimi mfa kafir adam for anameboa.
Now, you can take kafirs as friends, but you don't take them as allies. Because the prophet in the hadith, the prophet shared food with with Christians. He shared food with Jews and stuff. These are friends, but he doesn't take them as allies. He doesn't share his deep secret with them. So there's a difference between an ally and a friend.
So why did the Quran say you should fight them until they believe or they should pay jizya?
Okay. This verse was revealed in the context of war, when Muslims conquered when Muslims conquered a territory. So now they become rulers of that territory. So Allah revealed a verse telling them to tell the disbelievers, Christians, Jews, pagans, to pay the jizya because they are now under the protection of the Islamic.
The Jews.
Grandpa, hold on. Because they are now under
Jews
the protection.
Are the Jews worship the same God with Islam?
Grandpa,
the same God of Islam. Nyamena obo mebo. Nyamena Israel for Egypt for some. The same nyamena.
Grandpa, me we are obekasa.
Okay.
Grandpa.
We are obekasa.
Mane father no nsi dey ko obi for us why?
Okay. Then anu besi. We dey offense na me be last question ya. Oh, Sas, go. You dey stop laughing and go to your answer.
Oh, yeah, okay. So now they are under the Islamic regime. You get me? So the Islamic regime serves as a protection to them. They give them protection because during those times.
Protection against who?
Oh, hold on. Protection against other what's the name groups from fighting the regime. You get me?
Which groups are they? Unbelievers too?
Of course, yeah, they are unbelievers at a certain camp. But if I'm able to conquer this
certain camp, which camp?
Okay. Now I'm explaining to you. I'm explaining. Let me use simple example. It's like Islamic regime. Oh, let me use camp. Me ba. I mean church.
Oh, I'm
Islamic
listening.
regime.
I'm listening. I'm not saying anything.
Yeah, okay. Stop interjecting though.
Example
Islamic regime comes into Ghana, right, and conquers Ghana, right? Anybody under the Ghanaian what's the name land is prompted to pay the jizya, but there are other groups in Burkina that are potential enemies that can invade Ghana at any time. Now, if you living under the Ghanaian regime, which is the Islamic regime, you have to pay the jizya. For us, for the Islamic
to my country, we are not fighting.
Protection.
Wait, you come to my country, we are not fighting anyone. You came and conquer me, then you say I should pay money to you to protect me from who? Because I don't have any enemies.
Exactly, because that is how people. Okay, during those time, that is how people what's the name? Still, conquer. There was the idea of conquering lands is very common. It's not like today. You can't steal anybody's land.
So before Muhammad wasn't around. So you mean that the Jews and the
exactly they were conquering land.
Wait. They were not able to protect their land. That's what are you telling me?
The
Jews and the Christians?
Yeah, the Jews. Okay, exactly. Okay, let me explain to you. The Jews couldn't protect their land after the so-called death of Christ. Right? After the so-called death of Christ, guess who conquered the Jews? The Romans. When the Romans came in, what did they do? They killed some of the Jews, even they dispersed them. Ask yourself, why did the Jews disperse? Because the Jews did not agree to.
So the Muslim came and protect the.
Exactly, the Muslim came and conquered that land. Now, if I conquer that land, I become the master of the
They conquered the Jews. Wait. They conquered the Jews or they conquered the Romans?
They conquered the Romans.
So did Muhammad fight the Romans?
No. But then the prophet had already died. But he has his companions that were soldiers that were fighting. So they have to conquer lands. They conquer lands, hold on, let me explain to you.
So they were not preaching the word. They were not preaching the word of Allah. They were just fighting people.
No. Okay, yes, that's a good question. Okay. When people come here and say, "Oh, Islam spread by the sword," Islam spread by the sword. It's not 100% that Islam spread by the sword. Yeah, there's some places Islam did spread by the sword, but some places Islam went as missionaries, Muslim missionaries, to preach the word. You get me? Through trades and stuff. Islam, what's the name? Islamic traders went into trading with other countries. The traders they kind of wonder who are these people who are so loyal and trustworthy. They wouldn't steal a dime from you. So through then they began to ask those people, where are you from? And they begin to tell them about their way of life or their Islam. And then willingly, those people accepted Islam based on what? Based on the actions of Muslims that came to them. You get me?
Allah told the Muslim that you should go and fight. He said fight the Jews and the Christians. So which are they fighting?
No. You're not listening. After you conquer land, still there are some Jews in there.
Muslim, why are they going to conquer the land? Is the land for the Muslims?
No, wait, that is okay. During that time, that's one way of spreading your territory. You get me? You can't blame anybody that Roman Catholics were doing it. Yeah, the Persians were doing it. Everybody was doing it. Bro, but you sat there when what Crusaders came from.
So Europe. Why didn't Jesus? Why didn't Jesus do the same thing?
Let me give you one example, please. Let me give. You sat there
why didn't Jesus do the same thing?
Grandpa, hold on. You sat there for Crusaders to come all the way from Europe. Come to Africa.
Why didn't Jesus
take everything away from you? Hey,
Jesus was a Muslim, right?
Hold on.
Jesus was a Muslim, right?
You shifting the whole post now. We stick to the point.
No. You said Muhammad. You said Muhammad were fighting for land.
Hold on, let's explain to you, Grandpa. So hold on, Grandpa.
So why didn't Jesus fight for land?
Hold on. Let's explain to you. Hold on. Let's explain to you.
Bet me my hand to me.
Well,
Grandpa.
Grandpa has
Asɛm a
Grandpa
woka
has
nyinaa.
son. Emma has
Only them yeah.
Abraham has
Mpacho bimbra so
take
bimbra
him
so.
in between your legs and run like a coward.
According to your books, they say
I
you
won't keep quiet.
You are
Who are
among
you
men.
to
Keep
tell me
quiet.
to keep quiet?
You are among men.
Who are you
Sir,
to
you
tell?
can't tell anybody to keep quiet here.
Yes, because I am
can't tell
more
anybody to keep
a
quiet
more
here.
man than you.
Embe
I am
jina
more
kache
man
embe
than
kache so
you.
be keep quiet. Aha nya masalachi. Won be kache so be keep quiet.
And so Mubuku no say, or Mubuku no say, Banka Manuntum.
Eh ha bukum.
They don't respect women, and this one he marries her. He's going to be their wife.
Yaba. Oh,
Christopher
yaba nyabotre.
Christopher
Ali.
remain silent.
Mpacho.
Remain silent. You're a
Oh,
woman.
mpacho Ali book ben na wokan.
The Bible, of course. Remain silent.
The Bible
Yes.
me Bible corrupt the authentic one and the corrupt one.
Nina, I will Nina.
Oh, it's the Bible corrupt. Bible you corrupt. Corrupt, mama.
Anyama nyabotre Ali nyabotre Ali
According to you.
Oh, sas
According to you, the Bible is authentic. According to you, the Bible is authentic.
And then mo anya de kura. Serious.
Me shemo enemo. I think something catch you.
Mo agina ha.
Shake,
Mami or something. Yo, mami, yo, just shut up, man.
No.
Shut up, your
You
mouth.
can't defend this psychopath
Shut up,
here.
man.
You've been
Please, can you
entertaining this
shut your
psychopath
anus?
for almost
Sir,
40
can you
minutes.
shut your anus?
He talk, he says nothing. He talks, he says nothing. Bullshit in one of
Shake
them.
your
Yeah,
kasa.
Mikasa.
Speak from the head. He's speaking from the anus.
You are
Shake
entertaining
odia
this
mesra.
psychopath.
Shake odia we senior ma mesra. Shake odia kasa.
Let me time.
Oh, hwana me too.
Guys,
Shake.
you muted me and allowed this psychopath to talk without saying nothing. And me yano.
Odia esra.
Because he just waste our time for nothing.
Shake kasa. Eh we waste your time. Odia nya.
Wabaha odidi obatem. Obanu so okasa no bema krasen no.
What's your way of life?
Voice kiti wabaha opesa America.
What's your way of life?
We fake Arabic and you're fake American.
What's your way of life? Shake.
Fake Arabic, fake American accent.
Tell me.
Shake pacho. Shake pacho kasa why na.
Grandpa.
Sasi de ninewi.
Asema minka before no me say. Eh possible. But okay, but I'm calling so. Sas who hear me? Be o mic no.
Yeah, me too. What's your way of life?
Debbie, me na be.
And Debbie.
Why be say man for baby?
Go over there. I'll ship you. Show me. Also my show. A lot of.
Na ade me pacho mu ntimi drop na.
Hello da.
Shut up, man. Like just
Oya coward.
Ade unye be man. Unye be man.
O te say o mu komsheni no.
Wajane.
Mami ni Inusa nkasa. Mami ni Inusa. Utie mi.
Wajane.
Inusa. Yeah. Inusa utie mi.
O te say o mu komsheni no. Ko kwa no wa sese obi abeda ne mpaso.
So which means we cannot have discussion. So we need time. That means we need time.
Okay.
So we need time.
No,
what time?
Let talk.
Okay. Maybe some question before me say. So be see okokuni ho a or papa na se wabodam.
Okay. Ejinadie mienu so. Ebetimi abase nipa no. Bibi bi na ha no. Ntimi opeso yesa. Anase
tie. Maybe some simple question. Me say so be see okokuni ho a adwen no clean and I said why are not
clean adwen nya clean
mate me that say wa confirm amame so be na adwen nya clean a obetumi adwen na chi say onye leader
dabi
okay ma mbisa wa say adanti na Muhammad say okokuni ho
Muhammad ka je so okokuni ho e wa hifa
me bisa o question adanti na Muhammad say okokuni ho
me de mente da
Inti mentra baby a wose okokunu ho.
Mente kurada. Gise wo kan.
Okay, so ene de wati ma reference nyabotre. Yanko kan hadith al-Bukhari. Sanko fa se wo ara wa fa two screen so man why. Misre wa. Yanko share sahih al-Bukhari 6982. Sanko fa
na mamimisa wa ade ba ko.
Sankofa wo around.
Which age? At which age na okaso okukum ne ho? Bibisa wo. At which age?
Far age no too.
No, here because mini Muhammad story. Mini story intima bibisa as question. Mini story intima bibisa as question.
Oh, matter.
Yeah.
So I want to
be age no at age ben
say wonim say we mature.
Yeah.
So we mature. Intima enkasa say mature men, okay?
Debbie, tie me so ha, tie me so ha. I don't know, yes, sir. Yo, Anadi Mohammed.
Na na wonka hadith me yanko.
I don't know, yes, sir.
Anadi Mohammed.
Azak onka hadith ba no peso.
Eye bitter.
Manfa ayi nimbrai.
Me peso woka na me kohwe. Me kura me book wa no, wonka na me hwe.
Nti ode beba Sankofa so odidi nti oda monto aso.
Oh.
Media pacho grandpa me pese me kasa kakra me mo akwanya.
Wa mu tu no nti bit.
Oh, ti kasa. Yetio.
Okay. Me nuanum kramofo amwa ye nyina ye wa ha. Se ye ba be sua ade. Oda me nka ne sa. Se me ka bibi. Mabusa wasem. O wansame a. Na o ka bibi na ne ma adwen ye na. O na wo ansame. You have to give me that freedom no. Me ko mabusa a question. You have to be relax. O kasana wu se me interrupt. Peche se wa kan bibi a mente ase. Inti who giving me an answer, and you have to relax and listen to whatever thing I make our friend say me interrupt no. No, I don't think say guy no or manis because she the way no crampuna is so annoying. Now no ye bibi na allies ana friends ana de masa. Yes say o papa mu unua mema mu ene omo mfa allies. Me ba cho ye kan allies a ye nyina ye ti allies ase. No allies are different from friends.
Yes.
Intina or yeah specific no allies no. Enye say translation na eti. Se mini nuam wo fie. Mini nuam wo fie. Na me sabi me nya me bi a me som no ka kire me say. Enam se me nuam mu no. O ma mesum ni binti no. Se me nuam se adibi
me Leroy me sara wanya botra ne nto aso baby a me gina ye no mumma yanko he midi bibia aba so I say inusa confirm say so obi say okuku ne ho a wabodam na dwono enye djuma nti mumma yanko kai Sahih al-Bukhari 6982 na yankan ade a wo mo kiro wo ho okay my start wa ha because hadith no ewa I'm starting. Waraka asked, "Oh my nephew, what have you seen?" The prophet described whatever he had seen. Waraka said, "This is the same namus. Say can't free every top no. Maybe a time our engine no buy obe me anwa. Muhammad onya panic a ko na ire ho okikem se on cover no. Ena na ire edi no call. Ni wofa no ye friend Waraka. Sa Waraka no or a Christian. Tie yedin. Sa Waraka no or a Christian. Nti omdi no call ho no ena obisa Muhammad say e de na wo hu e. Ena Muhammad kika explain bibia e kire no. Ena Waraka ka che ne say the same ade na e ba no ho no and the same person e ba Moses ho. Nti wo de ma say what ase e. Wo de ma mento aso because e no e do so too much. What's he saying? Obi Kasana. No Obi Kasana. Inti Waraka, my uncle to the conclusion of the story. Inti blah 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 is here. What's he say?
Yeah, but now my mean who you had this page now okay say okay this number now.
Me say hadith Sahih al-Bukhari. Sahih al-Bukhari 6982. 6982. So but to maybe na aka together. Intima to the conclusion. My enhwe be a commission no of course ho. But was treated with hostility. If I should remain alive to the day when you will be 10 out of them, I will support you strongly. Into what I can catch and say, Salanka obeti asi, Salanka ebia obeti na wiase ache na nko no kura wala kan obede, obe support no. Because when who say Muhammad no a prophet. But after a few days, Waraka died, and the divine expression was also paused for a while, and the prophet became so sad, as we have heard that he intended several times to throw himself from the top of a high mountains, and every time he went up to the top of the mountains, in order to throw himself down, Gabriel appeared before him and said, "Oh Muhammad, you are indeed Allah's messenger in truth." Me say Sahih al-Bukhari 6982. Sahih al-Bukhari 69. And I make catch Sahih al-Bukhari 6982. What may be? No, okay, my main kind he intended several times to throw himself from top of high mountains. What do you say? Mountain no and yeah, mountain kitty o.
Shake nyabotre. One say, baby, I'll share see free no. And a kitchen maso kakra. Into be share see fiti ase.
Me say ewa. So we say me kan na so me to makani na.
Because we share see nyabotre. We share see say intended we share see hosa de nyi. It say we share see for the food.
Mami started. Sahih al-Bukhari 6982 narrated Aisha, where commissioning wife and no cast house and we until very, very authentic. My mamin kind we now make me say authentic. Aisha Kasankasane. The commencement of the divine inspiration to Allah Messenger was in the form of good, righteous, true dreams in his sleep. He never had a dream, but that it came true like bright daylight. So what is here? He used to go in circulation, the cave of Hira, where he used to worship Allah alone, take with him the journey food for that stay, and then come back to his wife Khadija to take food likewise again for another period to stay, till suddenly the truth descended upon him while he was in the cave of Hira. Okay. Into way ochrawo tama Muhammad eya okoje aduane efri ne rewo so okoje aduane no a na odi akosa cave no ho na wakotena ho sa na wa meditate menim se sa story se what is sa story we da be menim but me bono to fa di achrewo okoje aduane no efri ne sugar mommy ho a na wakotena cave no ho cave no na we di aduane no a odi wi a na wa da na wa meditate na wa feel na wa enjoy sakofa you are back.
Ni sugar mom.
Hadith na wa makohwe hadith na wa okasa wo kan ya masa.
So anything that me born to fire man no.
Hadith na wa.
Anything that me born to fire when one they play mind games so. Anything that me born to fire man no. Ba me church no mu eya komsheni won ogoje aduane. So ogoje aduane efi ne yire wo a na wa comedy di ewo sabu popo no so. So meditate so we are no akofie no asa akoje aduane na wa ta ba.
O kan bibi say ni sugar mommy o. What's in the sugar mommy?
Say Khadija ni sugar mommy.
Na Khadija wonye ni sugar mommy.
O ni sugar mommy.
Khadija so
yeah, when you see no more than 20 years.
Sugar mommy.
When you see no more than 20 years.
Hadith na da so na wa.
Onukwa no yeah, onukwa who the my kind sankofa. Ye be we this year, ye be kan tentem. The commencement of the divine inspiration to Allah Messenger was in the form of good, righteous, true dreams in his sleep. He never had a dream, but that it came true like a bright daylight. He used to go in circulation, the cave of Hira, where he used to worship Allah alone, continuously for many days, nights. Oh, Sankofa Yefriso. Sankofa Yefriso, the Mamenka or Mihono. Okay, no, me huri kakra, me huri. Sena beya, me pesa otia sekeke. Where he used to worship Allah alone, continuously for many days, nights. He used to take with him journey food for that stay and then come back to his wife Khadija to take his food likewise again for another period to stay. Till suddenly the truth descended upon him while he was in the cave of Hira. The angel came to him. The angel came to him in it and asked him to read. The prophet replied, I didn't know how to read. The prophet added, the angel caught me forcefully and pressed me so hard that I could not bear it anymore. He then released me again and asked me to read. Blah blah blah. I replied, I don't know how to read. Whereupon he caught me again and pressed me a second time till I could not bear it anymore. He released me and asked me again. I do not know how to read. But angel by no omiamia no sa omiamia no ena commission o ye de ni kuma 2 ye ena odwane ye ena okwani ena okoni ere ho ka teacher ni sugar mommy no
omiamia no ya twere no hin fa no so omiamia hin fa na ya twere so omiamia
na mi kan won't here. The angel caught me.
No, say what kind? Mimi who say ya twere so omiamia.
The angel caught me forcefully and pressed me so hard so hard. I don't want to
bro funu so ayatre wonu se nu sa wonte bro fo na se.
I don't know so we
because yo nyabotre
Enti press me so hard and so wonte.
No. Arab na any press me so hard bia ho.
Na ma esa
nyabotre.
Wuti Arab. Me see wuti Arab na. Wuti Arab.
Nyabotre. Abo bofo ne ba Muhammad ho no. Muhammad.
Me see wuti Arab. Wuti Arab. Wuti Arab.
Muhammad
Inusa, who translation? Tie. Who translation? Any ni amu translating no. Ni when SFA. Who di anasa mu die.
We brand say. Sheke we brand say. Asemu no wonim atoro na wo twa ka say wonte da no. We kura say asemu wonim na mo ta to da bia say.
Sa muti. Ni ami pese wo say. Inusa, ni ami pese wo say. Wan kasala confirm say obi a okonse okoku ni hu bia wa bodam. E na sa hadith so.
Tie. E depend question na obi sa me no. E depend question no. O depend question na obi sa.
Ye kan hadith no. Ye kan hadith no okogina mountain so. E na opese otu ni hu e bofom no. E na angel by e na
okache. Die no opese otu no. Nya botre die ntima no opese otu.
Because mamin chireo because waraka first waraka ewu. Se utie me. Second
die no opese otu no bofom no.
E na me chireo no me see first waraka ewu ni ora ho. E na second inspiration no ayeba no emba biom.
Waraka wu ye say waraka na ye na angel no.
These are the two reasons. Waraka no so no or a Christian on no confirm chere say ampa on no a prophet. O ka chere say so onyin kura na say ni age no ekọ eni ma ono kura obe support no. So but Muhammad ba no e che no obe ka say yenkun Christians. We dey emfa no nto nche. Na e be say onwunu say waraka na confirm chere say o a prophet.
Wan ka say yenkun Christians so. O say yenkun
ye be ko
Christians
mi wo hadisa Muhammad oyare e woni mpaso no okay see Jews and also can see Christians
se woni mo hwe won kremo so ni mo woni mo hwe
omu bebre omu nim hwe tie to conclusion the person who say to conclusion tie usre
translation ni nya
to release your listing your shit Inusa so on first of all I confirm say commission wa bodam first of all
me confirm say wa bodam me say the question you ask me no question no emfa de wo kan no because obi say obi ka say okofa ayi a hye no kon a na me say first answer me de ma on say me say ada say bibi ano and na say na dwen atochima me ma o sa question
me say aha bebe ha commission e na dwen so atochima
Obwa hwe ha no. Una
okay. I didn't know
the people.
I didn't know Kojina Pupono say Obetu.
Yes, me chro tie me aha me chro why ade say obisam sa question. Mere no a Nyankopɔn esoma abofo wɔ ne nkyɛn because na ɔkɔ hɔ kɔbɔ mpaye. Enti ade ohu ye no na ohu bi da. Enti ehu kan no. Ehu kan so kan a sa na ɔpa kyerɛ. Ehu kan.
Ɔbɔ mpaye kyerɛ hwan.
Odi America.
He say no ɔbɔ mpaye kyerɛ hwan.
We dey grandpa want to aso.
Odi America ye akɔ ne yere no hɔ sɛ ne yere ne mfa ntoma enkata no ho. Na ade a wahu ne nne no ohu bi da.
Inisa o twanto.
Unusa u video no ya record baby a uka say obi a okuku ne hu bia na adwe no enye correct ni na ya record
masa the question that you the question that you ask no
you be replay the question Sankofa on the bet to YouTube. Sankofa on the bet to YouTube. Sankofa on the bet to YouTube. Inte eya no asankotie. Asema okai. Ena obia ewa ha ejutu mu se so obi ekose okoku nu ho a na adwen no atoche. First of all, me pese atoche ba. Me pese me kira wo se uko na udi na chinu wabodam.
Sheikh.
Wabodam.
Asem now. Ubisa no. Ubisa asem. So obi kokunu ho a. What is the reason behind?
Man can say obi kokunu me see.
Because the question now be who I na me ma.
Question now. Sometimes and I can Muslim I don't me I always
say man ka say okokun ni hu me say obi eko gina ba bia na say opese okun ni hu a na adwen no atochi ana say entochi ye ena irusa say na adwen no atochi ena me kire ne say o say me mfa ena me ka kire say ni commission no okọ say okokun ni hu
one say reference one say control na wood engine one say what no from
that is not
and I will be some reference
one say me kan okre na kire mo mu pa tie tie na me ka abofo kinu enye me kasa tie enye me kasa first of all enye me kasa I'm trying my best to speak tree. This me catch you and say me poso I say ultimate. No.
First of all,
Enusa.
First of all, ubisa me reference. Come on for reference no amba and Kobeka say me your trofo.
Who your trofo because enye sa na atire no ho.
Ye kan no.
O se mre no abofo ni yi ni ho adi kire no. O tie America e ko ne yire no ho.
Ye fa no tun chen. Inside the hadith no.
Na ade magunu no.
Mate kase okọ ni sugar mami ho. Tie.
Ade ni sugar papa ho no ho ye.
Mate okojina pupo so. Pupo no nso no a high mountain ro. A high very very high. Ade e ha me say. Adentina Jibril otumitina se. No tumi hwe komshene ha ne ho a ekojina high mountains no a opese otu ne hu no ansana wa baba ka kire ne se komshene me benko tu na wo ye komshene adentina bidina o sadi se okọ mountains
uye nyamsum ni ampa enka Nyankopon na Abraham na odi e kan no Nyankopon plant try no ode ne ba
komshene no wa boda o se mu na ma boda
ode ne ba try no
se mu na mo di de chiru ma boda
no di odan ma no
so uye Nyankopon ya ba
is not analogous
wakasa wa boda bisa uli da wa boda
analogous to what you're talking about
uli da wa boda mo
Abraham
uli akura
tie mi se uli da no wa boda na boda obi o di de ti bia wa boda
because who more than how say who kasa say we
me see wakojina popo so a opeso to ne ho wabodam
shake me pacho Muhammad na wo mo dam eye motia na fa no na ha no sa motia fa wo motia fa wo ye ya no wo ha wo minim konfobia motia fa no ada kombe fa no wura mu bi obeba na ye de nsanso na kekere no
bodam
Sankofa
misi motia no Sankofa motia no papa na bodam unse ni odi na chi na bodam
no na na
idu sa se onye papa idu sa se
no kura
osi du konse no na ji atoche idu sa usi
kasa bia ne hanu maebeka mami sie because metimi use kasa no yente ho ase na we are not talking one on one, so it's no issue of calming down because anytime we are not here to make an agreement.
Muslim, be a man, the boat na inbox me na me no fix it topic ni metna ni nkasa eya ma comment section na me dwa wonum na 1-on-1 me here me no 1-on-1
Sankofa it should be either 2 or 3 person. Everybody should have a minute. Don't worry. So that means I did not say that too. Me say any moment now life, so no one should interrupt. For the example, to say the way I make for the example, Sisi ana Sheikh Abdullah na say wana okasai wakasa almost getting to 10 minutes. It's almost about 10 minutes or kasa kasa. So there's no
biggest busumsufo unim enti na friend Abdullah
me pacha yama oba ne so nkasa akra nyaba yetio
monko hospital na check mo adwen na mu ina mabodam kremofo ina abodam
so your friend says Sankofa, so you just be ready. Just be ready anytime you are betting my index, so because it's either weekends,
Sheikh me pacha your friend say Sheikh wan so nkasa akra Sheikh wa kasa ma Sheikh wan so nkasa akra Sheikh wa yetio
Sheikh wa kasa eno masrio chese hey comedy penny so your friend say an African guy it's me be na no kase Egypt for Arab for just say yaira o seriously yaira and ma serious mama nka kakra nka shake die no nene me bofu nti me pesa me kasa shake on say so that time ya na nanka opa kukum ne ho na sa bre na mu na otimi eba na obrage say one ne yire no dumiensa ni nyina adeda
omudi
na omo
eje Gabriel edi Viagra bre no
na muya correct there
no sa sama woka na gere kure
muya correct there
asama woka na kure
badre mu da ho there
na ponchina ma yabo
Esa
bre no ma ma wonya mema ma ko 30 ya
na ne ni me say 30
adi sire wo
dabi ni ni me 30
na na yede no me say
de ma wodi wo mo mo se
o mo buru 30
na 30 no kura ma teso
what is so wo akura nyankopon ni wo no kura wo kunum ni yesai Umbravo of asase so
Muhammad
yes.
di wo mu da omo
What's it there?
Umbravo of asase so afa yes. No no afa.
Menya mo prophet ne yire no mbako.
Dabi, miso me pacho say, wo kura asabi onyankopon ni wo no kura no. Wo ba asase so no, mpra do say na wafa na compensate.
Inusa, ashawo fu Muhammad di no mudoso. Ashawo fu Muhammad di mudoso.
Wo ye hwan a wo si nyankopon ni me. Wo ye nyankopon.
Wo nyankopon ne
Inusa say we di ashawo sa.
Inusa mi busa question. Me say wo ye hwan a obeka chem se nyankopon ni me.
Me ye hwan. Me ye hwan na obi ka se nyankopon ni wo. Sa wo kaseti akomseni.
Me ba o yere no mema say na ne omoda ya ansa no omoba be hia wo.
Me yere no na maka jo se me wo yere do. Maka jo se me wo yere.
Wan kasa no
we ba
ana kasa ede mprahin na oye muta.
Me yere.
Ede mprahin na oye muta. Yes.
Na bisa say wo se me yere no do ni me yere no do. Me bisa.
Inusa, obetumi aswear with Allah say unkodi ashawuda. Obetumi aswear with Allah say unkodi ashawuda.
Na we wo de undi ashawuda. Undi ashawuda.
Me di sa.
Ah, me so me di sa.
Okay, so me na kanu kure. Evidence say usu kanu kure.
Mamen kama asem na mpese me me person me to me hona
mame ka asem bi nkira mo wa hu hwe yesi
papa mpacha wo kasa obi ankasa mame nkasa
o si wi ase wa hu ubetimi aka asem atia
wo kasa obi ankasa
o kasa atia bibia bet wo kasa atia nyankopon komseni ana se na
masa munyankopon oni ho
ewo yere fa
munyankopon oni ho
ewo bible mu
wo no
ye ka Quran na se
because wo babasia ubetimi bi wa ko ka komseni sia ni ni ye 20 something ni ye 30
na ho dabi o
na wo wontene no kura no sa na me bisa se wo wontene no ba na se so me ba do se Muhammad ka kire so ono ne
Muhammad what
me tenese mo komsheni no
obuwa mame obuwa
me tenese no bebre because me ti woni nkwankwa
obuwa